approximately -2 years per minute. Please keep your seatbelts fastened, as we will shortly be approximately -2 years per minute. Please keep your seatbelts fastened, as we will shortly be
Welcome to season 2 of Remnant Gamers.
This segment has been brought to you by, of course, the Squirt Inquisitor 7000. It ain't the gun that squirts. It's Goat Roper.
This podcast is brought to you by Goat Roper.
Well, I like watching corn.
He likes watching it get shucked. Well, them damn corn shuckers. They at it again.
Corn shuckers.
Now they're shucking in the fields.
Oh my god.
Exactly. Hashtag corn shuckers.
Can we get like a Golden Corral simulator game?
Golden Corral sim.
It starts off when you go into Golden Corral and you're like, can I get some mashed potatoes? And the lady's like, ain't no more mashed potatoes, baby, just green beans and corn. And you're like, fuck this, I'm opening my own restaurant. The moose bathwater.
Moose bathwater. It's just a turd in a thimble. Moose is in the Techno Void. Lat has got a camera and a mic that work almost 50% of the time. Jono cleaned up his room, and Chibi is now exactly in sync with her video.
I'm just
I didn't ask to
saying,
get called out like this.
Did I sum that up too well?
Oh, you hit the nail on the head, my man.
That's a big reach.
Nico Dasani.
Nico Dasani.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Silver Monkey.
All right, we all have that issue with the flying peni, you know?
They're everywhere.
Everywhere. They're just fucking everywhere.
It's worse
you know?
than locusts, honestly.
But you know what you can do? All you have to do is get the floating thought.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Yes. See, what you do is you get this magical kite that just takes it for you.
Choking 8-year-olds and power bottom and pigeons over here.
I need my safety gear on for this.
You just have to get your mouth guard and you'll be fine.
Here, son, bite down on this. It's easier if you don't clench.
Just take a deep breath and it'll be over in 2 seconds.
Oh, so that's where I was wondering where those copper tubes went.
Oh no, I've had these on me. I don't know where the other copper tubes went.
All I know is I put 3 copper tubes in the storage. You built a wall storage and looked at it, and now the copper tubes are missing from the ship's storage. That's all I know.
What are you trying to say, Moose?
What
are you trying to say, Moose?
I'm trying to say one of us is a copper tube stealing some bitch, and I'm saying that man ain't me. Alright.
Burger!
Oh.
Tank! Burger!
I'm gonna put cheese on it.
Tank!
I'm putting cheese on it.
Doesn't need the cheese!
It does need cheese.
Burger!
Take these starter please. I'm making another cheeseburger.
Serve this. Serve this.
Serve that.
Serve this. Serve this.
Now the cheeseburger. Now we need another cheeseburger.
I'm gonna hurt someone.
Hello, everyone. Oh,
Jello.
do you want to go back so we can let you put your pants on?
No, we go ahead. I'll do it without my pants.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
As it should be.
That's good because I'm not wearing pants either.
Wow.
Hello, everyone.
Stand up.
Yeah, exactly. We're not gonna stand up. You don't need to see the show. That's for the after dark hours.
Oh God.
Welcome to Remnant Gamer Podcast, episode 79.
Yes.
Is that the right number?
I hope so. God, I hope so.
something.
We have checks and balances that we go over with each other, so we got to make sure.
We have
those.
checks. I haven't gotten paid. What the fuck?
Oh, it's in the mail.
Exactly.
I'm sure it is.
It's in the mail.
I'm sure it is.
It'll be there soon.
Who are you people, and what are you doing inside of my television? Are you famous?
I was wondering what item we're going to be in this time.
I'm infamous for things.
Okay, I guess I'll start. Hi, I'm Chibi. Hi, hello. Howdy.
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 And I'm Jono.
Sounds like someone.
We're professionals. Somebody pick it up, please. Who else is here?
I'm the moose.
There you
I'm
go.
a penguin.
Penguin.
Do you have a... Oh, I thought that was a skunk.
You're not skunky penguin.
Okay. There, I didn't see the eye. I just see white and black. It looked like a tail.
He has little slap bracelets on his arms, and so he can latch onto me for the stream.
That's cute.
He's adorable. I love him. It was the only thing that I bought when we went to Tampa.
Yeah.
I didn't buy anything at the anime convention. I bought a penguin from the Florida Aquarium.
I bought 2 things. One of them was the Tokyo Ghoul mystery box that I gave to Mikey for his birthday, and the other was my Tampa Bay Aquarium shark shirt. That's it. Whole con. Just bought a shark shirt.
Hey, makes sense. It fits your lore.
The one who's fidgeting with everything in the world over there is the direct edition.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a special guest today.
We do.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Derek. How's it going?
Hi, Derek.
Hi, Derek.
Yes. Good introduction.
Wonderful. We did it. Nailed it. So how are you people?
Right.
What have you been doing this last week?
Sorry guys, I was making sure everything was working. I'm Direct Edition. Welcome everybody. And Derek deserves a better introduction than that.
I was like, yeah.
I mean, come on.
I'm not sure how to do the intros, man. But I'm Derek. I'm the Sony PlayStation representative based in North Florida, in Jacksonville market in particular. But yes, I work for Sony.
But you also extend to Gainesville and...
Oh, I'm everywhere. Gainesville, Daytona, Palm Coast, pretty much everything above Orlando, but below the Georgia borderline of Savannah, basically.
Derek's everywhere. If it's Sony somewhere in the Northeast Florida, Derek's got a hold of it.
And just for people that may not know, when you say that you're the Sony representative, you're in charge of
as far as like
going
what
to
I'm
different business locations, and if you don't mind, kind of give us like a brief walkthrough of what you do.
Breaking kids' hearts, telling them they can't get PS5s.
Besides that, that's like my number one job right now. Oh, that and telling them that PS4 controllers are very, very, very low production. But no, I am the field representative for Sony. I basically go into all the major retailer accounts in our area, which consists of like Best Buy, Target, Walmart, GameStop. Going in, checking, make sure inventory is good, employees are well informed of all the new products, as well as checking any marketing that needs to be updated. If you see all those like fun PS5 demo stations that have no controllers hooked to them, sadly, I'm the one that updates those as well too. And the occasional PS4 ones that are in the GameStops, but it's a job with many hats, basically.
I miss those days, kind of being friends with like the reps, like the Xbox and PlayStation reps when I worked at GameStop. That was great. When you guys would come in, I'm like, ooh, what good stuff do we get?
Specifically,
what
Derek,
good news or goodies do we get?
When I was working GameStop,
for me?
Every single time that I would see Derek, we would go there, he would start updating things, and instead of talking Sony anything, we would just shout at each other and then start talking about anime.
I mean,
almost guaranteed every time.
I can't confirm nor deny that, just in case if someone from Sony is watching this podcast tonight.
No, you did update everything. We made sure that everything was working because I would always ask you, "Hey, which demos are on this one? What do we got on this update?"
At least you're not one of my like GameStop associates. Like, yeah, Derek was like over at the Xbox section talking about how much Xbox is better than PlayStation. I'm like, no, don't tell my superiors that.
So, of course, Derek's is joining us tonight because we just recently, this past week, had a PlayStation 5 showcase. So, we're going to get into that a little bit later. So, that's why he came aboard to talk to us about it and answer all your questions about PS5s, like when the next stock is coming. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that.
After what, 90 minutes? Oh, gosh.
I decided we get to it early, get it out the way.
That's fair.
It's hard not to make the jokes, you know.
Oh yes.
Oh,
So
God.
I guess what has everybody been playing this week?
Oh, I finished Mass Effect 3 this week. And I finished Plague Tale, I think, the week before. But I'm very sad that I finished both. I cried in my soul again after Mass Effect 3.
Well, at least
That's
it was
not
in
like
your
me.
soul and not out loud.
I was like, Chibi, you was on pretty late finishing it up one day.
Yeah.
weren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, both the night before and the night of actually finishing it. I think the night before I stayed up way later. I was up till almost like 4 in the morning. I think a little past 4.
I
Just
saw that
because
because you went down and then you went back live again at 3 a.m. and I was like,
Yeah.
I was just going to bed and I was like, what the fuck?
My internet, I don't know, for some reason my internet just like all of a sudden had a heart attack moment and it just dropped my OBS and then it came back. I don't know, it was really weird. But I completely forgot how long the Citadel DLC was, and that's literally what made me stay up so fucking late. Because I knew after that everything else was going to be endgame, and that was just going to be it. But damn, that Citadel DLC took way so long. But it was perfect. It was just, I'm sad.
DLC's worth it, man. Makes you stay up that late.
It was good. It's really fun. It was that particular DLC is just fan service for those who are big fans of the game and have like really strong connections to characters.
Yeah.
It's basically like the dumb DLC where you get to do dumb shit with the characters you love. It's just, and it's sad. They do it right before the end. If you play it right and you play it at the end, basically everybody from your team gets to be a part of it, and it's depressing to do something really fun and enjoyable right before the end of the very depressing game. But yeah, that's what I did, and now I just am an empty shell again, like I was the first time I beat it.
Yeah.
You know.
Good old Mass Effect.
Yep, until the next one. Until the next one.
Let's see. This week, lots of Destiny catching up on this new season. Bunch of I just started GTA RP today because we found some of the actual public servers for GTA RP, since NoPixel is very picky on who they let in.
Yeah.
We played Magic for Servo's birthday on Friday. He's not here, but happy belated birthday. So it's out in the audioverse for the podcast. We got to play some Magic with him on Friday, and then I proceeded to play Magic for the last 3 days straight after that.
Exactly.
What else did I? And then of course, as always, a lot of Rust and Void Train. Yeah, gotta find some way to kill that little rough Limo child at
That
some
ain't
point.
happening. Protect the child. Protect the child.
And Surgeon Simulator 2 is on Game Pass, so I played a bunch of Surgeon Sim 2.
Yes.
I saw a clip of this so-called child in Void Train, and I need a little bit more context on that.
Yes.
So you go ahead. It's your child. I'm the one who wants to kill it.
Yes, exactly. So, essentially, in Void Train, there is an adorable little chubby, multi-legged, giant eyeball little thing.
Looks like it came out of Lilo and Stitch, like the cartoon series. It looks
Oh,
like
lovely.
one of the 999 creatures.
Lovely.
It really, really does. And it's absolutely precious, though. And I have taken to the role of daddy. I am protecting it, and I have 2 of them now. I have 2 of them. But yes, they can do useful things for you, and all Jono wants to do is murder him, and I'm not okay with that.
So far, they haven't done anything useful. They've taken up resources. They're going to take up more resources that
Isn't
we
that
need.
children in general?
Yeah, exactly. And
like, isn't that children in general? They just need resources until they get old enough to not be just resource takers?
Off into the void.
Maybe you need to raise it to adulthood so it can be a
useful.
Yes,
member
you
of
feed
the
it.
group.
Yeah.
Yes, it demands mushrooms, so
Feed it
I
and it will
must
grow.
feed it mushrooms, and then it will get big and strong and be awesome.
I don't know.
It sounds like playing like a very intense Tamagotchi or Giga.
I was gonna say.
Kind of.
He's playing a
You're not
very
wrong.
intense Tamagotchi. I'm playing Void Train.
Wow. Apparently, Jono is playing like the real game. Apparently, he's in for serious time.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna leave them at the next depot station when we get to it.
Oh my god.
Man, you're that
No.
man. You're that dad that went out to get milk and never comes home.
Or that guy that takes
Yeah.
the kid to an amusement
Going out for
park.
cigarettes.
Or that dad that takes their kid to amusement park. Okay, just wait right here.
Yeah, just wait right here. Don't worry, I'll be back. I promise.
Oh no.
Damn.
That's awful.
God.
Don't leave me
It is
with your
precious.
kids.
It is precious and it is mine. And I love it.
And I love it.
I love it.
That's about it for me. Who else has been playing what this week?
Yeah, definitely was playing the Train of Void and
Dead by Daylight?
played some DVD.
Yeah.
And
Because you Pinhead?
yes, because of Pinhead. He's a lot weaker than I would have liked him to be, but you know, that's okay. He'll get buffs. Hopefully, behavior please. Give buff. That would just be nice.
Daddy, please give
And-
buff.
Daddy,
Give
please.
Give buff blogs. But yeah, no, I am super stoked on his addition. The one thing that does kind of suck about it though is in the beta for when Pinhead was coming out, unfortunately fortunately in the beta he had all of his voice lines intact. He had like lines from Hellraiser. But then when it went live, they had technical issues. He has no voice lines. He is a silent killer. Like he has no audio. So that's kind of some bullshit right there.
So like Ghostface.
I am kind of salty about that.
That's unfortunate.
But it really freaking is. So
Well, hopefully it comes back.
yes, that is what I'm hoping for. We shall see. We shall see.
So it was DBD and Void Train and anything else and Magic.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard the talk of magic you had before the stream.
Yeah.
The dark
we are-
black hole you're falling into.
God, yes. Like,
Go back,
hey,
It's the continuous crack.
I feel bad because I feel like I'm the only one that's playing this game. But I was playing this past week Aliens Fire Team Elite with my coworker and her husband.
I'm so upset.
Nice.
I didn't get to try that yet. I'm sad.
It's super fun for a $40 game. I mean, it's not AAA quality, you know. I mean, as in when they do like the voiceovers, it's like this non-mouth moving.
See, the question I
Right.
have for that is
As
it
long as it's not
Colonial
Colonial
Marines or like I was gonna say
No,
how
this is
close to
not
that are we
Colonial
getting?
Marines.
Like,
Okay,
no,
good.
it's completely different. I mean,
Okay,
to
good.
me-
So it's
to
a
me,
good
feels like-
game.
yeah, it is a quality title.
it's a quality title because like all the load kits that they have, and like the cool thing is like there's 4 load kits in the that are in the game, 4 of which are available, but there's a 5th one you unlock when you finish the campaign.
Mhm.
And then this Thursday they just launched some new content and gave you a 5th load kit. So basically you have 6 character types already, and like once you get your character to like the highest build, like my guy I use as a technician that has a turret that converted to a flamethrower, and I'm killing like 300 xenomorphs around, dude. No problem. It's
What?
it's fun. It's fun to play when you have people. By yourself, not so much.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I just need to find peeps to play it with, and freaking. But no, I've definitely had some solid fun with it. It's finally a good Aliens game. Like,
Hey, Isolation
great
was
alien
fine.
game compared to what we have.
I was gonna
Isolation
say
was fun.
oh
because
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
we
yeah.
had the extremes. We had Colonial Marines, and then we had Isolation. I was like, how close in the spectrum are we aiming at here? Is it closer to this, or are we going Colonial Marines? Because Colonial Marines was back when I was playing, and I was working at GameStop, so I rented the game, and then thank God I didn't actually buy it because I would have absolutely refunded my money.
That was
was
one of 2 mistakes that I made at GameStop, and one of the 2 only returns that I ever immediately did. it was Aliens Colonial Marines, and it was Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City.
I kept mine of that one because I just wanted the
Well, I
damn
kept my
steel book.
copies of those, man. But
I
I'm
just
also
wanted the steel book.
if you wanted to pick up the game, Walmart for like previous generation and current generation, you can get it for like 33 and some.
Yeah,
change.
didn't they usually do like a $10 deal or something
33,
usually for it?
really?
Yes, because so the regular game is $40. That's on both PS4, PS5, Xbox, and Xbox Series X. But like Walmart, tried to beat the competitors. They always drop down their prices. So it's like 33 and some change. Like I actually wanted to pick up Tales of Arise that came out Friday, but I was like, dang, gotta wait till the paycheck.
I actually kind of enjoyed Raccoon City for what it was. I mean, hey, I would take that over Colonial Marines any day. At least Colonial Marine, or at least Raccoon City did not have glitches where like you're just glitching off into a wall or something when you just start the game.
Did we play different games or something? Because I definitely did. That game was broken and buggy and all sorts of jank.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I went through several walls when I was trying to play that game.
Yes.
And then I beat it within 2 hours and brought it right back to the store.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Well, at least this sounds like it's doing better, the Aliens game, because that one it looked pretty cool. I just hadn't picked it up yet, but I might actually do that.
That's totes fun.
See.
It's fun.
I need to start playing a little bit more of it.
Once you put into intense mode, that's where things get really crazy.
Oh God!
Would you say that things get intense?
Yeah, because at that point, you don't have friendly fire is on, so you can literally kill your teammates with a flamethrower in like 2 seconds.
Oh shit! So it's a lot like camping.
Yeah, and the aliens themselves have like different movements at the higher difficulties, which is even crazier. So they'll start jumping around the walls and ceilings more often than you would like.
I at least got drawn out with that one.
It's alright. If anyone's gonna get disappointed, it's gonna be me.
I live to disappoint you.
Derek, we can finally raid together again. Destiny's cross-platform.
No, I saw that. I was
so excited.
I guess I have to go back to Destiny. I was like, uh-oh. Gotta call up that ex-girlfriend and be like, hey, I guess we're gonna go back to doing things again.
We got build up before Witch Queen.
I know. What? We got what? 6 months?
Yeah,
6 months?
we got 6 months of this season and maybe another season if they decide. But
gosh,
we got till February.
I still need to purchase the last 2 DLCs, man. I'm so behind.
Oh dear. Well, if you need a fire team, you got me. I'm there.
Don't believe that, Derek. Those same promises were made to me.
Yeah, but you were on
And-
Xbox and I was on PlayStation and PC. You
No,
were off
and
on
then-
your own little island.
And then I came back to PlayStation with Destiny, and I said, I have no idea what the hell is going on. I completed a mission, but it won't let me go anywhere else. And someone who should not be named, Jono, said that
I don't
you can
remember
do
this.
X, Y, and Z, and then you can join my team. And then what happened after that?
I don't remember
Left out
this
in
at
the
all.
code.
I don't
Of
remember
course
this
you
at all.
don't.
No.
Of course you don't.
I remember that conversation in terms of Monster Hunter where I said, no, you need to sniff feet. But I don't remember this in terms of Destiny.
I gave up on sniffing feet in Monster Hunter.
No, you didn't. You came back and you finished it.
Oh yeah, I didn't because I ended up sniffing feet in Monster Hunter Stories.
God.
So I went from sniffing feet in Monster Hunter World to sniffing feet in Monster Hunter Stories, and it just won't let me get away from sniffing feet.
Nope. Welcome to Monster Hunter.
Swear we should have started a drinking game right now. Every time you said sniffing feet.
Sniffing feet.
Yeah.
I didn't play much other than Genshin. I ended up.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I was able to get a Booba Sword Goddess.
I was gonna say high five to the ball
Nice.
teams.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Wait, are you not playing on PlayStation to get Aloy? Or is that what you're telling me?
We did,
I got
yeah.
Aloy.
Got my Aloy.
as well.
Nice.
I got Aloy, Booba Sword Goddess, and
I like
other
calling
than that,
Bulbasaur Goddess. What? She's not even that like
that's not why.
testy.
That's not why. It's not because she's chesty. It's because
Okay.
her
the
like
picture in the chat
ultimate
right now.
or her move is like she
Oh,
pulls the
the
sword
right.
from
Okay.
her. And the reason I call it that is because Teray, my oldest one, was the one that he said all of his friends call her Booba Sword Goddess because that's where she
Oh my
pulls her sword
god.
from.
Wow.
Okay.
Send that to the devs as a recommendation
Wow.
for a nickname.
Wow.
Can
I
we
mean, he
please
wasn't
change her
saying it.
name?
He wasn't like, oh, we call her Booba Sword Goddess because she has huge breasts or anything like that. He was just like, well, she pulls a sword from her boobs, so we call her Booba Sword Goddess.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
that's
fair.
Lisa's job.
Dig.
Oh god.
Conversations
Lisa
that kids
bracelet.
have these days at school.
Jeez.
And of course, I played Magic on a Friday Servo's birthday, and I
Yeah,
just
you
want to
did.
say,
For your
Magic
first
sucks.
time.
Yeah. Well,
Magic sucks.
my second game, my first
Okay.
draft, and
Yeah, that's right.
just want to go on record to say that Magic sucks.
God.
In case no one knows, it really does. And let me tell you how my draft went. Okay, I kind of knew how a draft goes because I've played Pokemon TCG with
We
oldest,
did
by
this
the way.
man so wrong,
So-
and I feel so bad.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Don't even. You did not.
I was
don't
on the
even
other
believe
side
that.
of the table. I blame everyone who was next to you.
So the draft goes: you open the pack and you pull one, the card that you want to keep, and then you pass the rest of them along in order to start building your deck. So I'm like, okay, I open this up, and mind you, my first game of Magic was years ago, and I'm like, okay, which one do I start pulling? And they're like, oh, pull the ones that look pretty, and I'm like, okay, so I start pulling the ones that, oh, this looks nice. Yeah, passing it along. This looks nice. Yeah, passing it along. So we get through the first set, and I hear them talking about, well, my what were you guys saying about your green deck or your red deck? And they were talking about
No,
specific colors of how the decks they were gonna play.
It was me who said, "Oh, hey," because I was like paying attention while we were drafting through the packs, and I was like, "Nobody's playing red, are they? Because all of these red cards just keep coming back around, and no one's pulling them." So then we started getting into a conversation about like, "Hey, I think I know what colors you're playing. I know what color they're picking right now." And continue.
Yeah, and everyone was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna play green. I'm gonna play red," and I'm thinking, "Well, what the heck? I got all of these colors that don't match. And how am I gonna play a specific one?" And Servo finally was like, "Let me look at your deck," and I handed it to him, and he was like, "Oh no, you're good." So I could, after hearing them, I switched to a primarily green and start pulling all the green cards. But then the conversation comes up about how much they cost. And I'm like, well, what the hell? Nobody told me that you have to pay a cost to play the cards. So, yeah, Magic sucks, FYI.
Hey, I tried playing Magic long ago with an ex of mine. He tried to get me into it, and I was like, this game frustrates me.
We put you in the worst possible environment to learn Magic, which is draft. Knowing none of the rules,
Yes.
knowing none of the basic scenarios of it. What we should have done was gotten a bunch of decks, like pre-built decks, and just been like, all right, we're going to sit down and learn Magic today. But instead we were like, yo, dog, you want to get just wrecked right now? Let's go.
I feel you on that, Lat. I feel you on that.
I got absolutely wrecked by Batsy. Batsy played she had a Planeswalker. And I was like, well, shit, nobody told me to look for Planeswalkers when I'm drafting decks.
That was the only one that was in the packs that we got anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
She happened to pull
I
the
don't feel so
only
bad.
Planeswalker.
Mm-hmm.
However, I must say my second match was a little bit better. I was I played against a Moose and I was doing good, but I ran out of creatures. So
Yeah, I admire people who can play games like this really well. Like, I know the amount of like thought process and planning goes into these types of card games. I admire people who can do it really well because it's just like so much to me.
It's the only
It's a
time that I
lot.
feel like I have a working brain is when I'm playing Magic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in case you didn't hear me the first two times, Magic sucks.
That's right. I actually need
That
to.
is
Oh,
fair.
hey, if y'all want, I need to find my magic cards because, of course, like I said, I bought magic cards thinking I was going to get into it when I was dating that guy forever ago. One of y'all can take my deck. I don't know what I've got, but y'all can
Gladly.
fucking have it. I don't know
Gladly.
what I got. I don't know. It's just a bunch of fucking cards.
Are they street legal?
I don't know. I bought them back in like 2012 or something. I have no idea. Probably not. I probably got something in there that's illegal now. Who
Are they
knows?
street legal?
This reminds me of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Vanguard card days.
Yes!
Gosh. I mean, I still play those, but every now and then, but not those. To talk about drafting, I was like, oh man, the horror stories. I remember those days.
Yes.
And then, of course, because Jono and I are two minds or one mind and two bodies, that's the phrase. Friggin', I'm like going around and all of a sudden I'm trying to draft black-blue control and I'm noticing that is getting really depleted really fast. And then all of a sudden Jono's just like, he says something and I'm just like, the fuck, you're going black-blue control, aren't you? And he's like, of course. I'm like,
we both pulled the same black-blue card as our first cards and decided we were building our decks around that card from the start of the draft.
Yes, we found the same exact card and then just went for it.
Just two idiots in one pod.
Accurate.
God.
Oh my goodness. Well, since you mentioned, Jono, since you mentioned idiots, should we talk about China and their horrid attempt to curb this so-called digital opium addiction that they claim video game is?
Just
see, okay, you know what? I'm
going in raw, aren't we?
Right?
See,
I mean, I kind of from a point understand what they're trying to do.
I was like, I don't entirely disagree.
It's not the first time they've done. So
yeah.
Just to make sure everyone else is caught up with this, they are setting a 3-hour a week, I believe it was, restriction on kids being able to play games, online games, just games in general.
I'm like a curfew, man.
Yeah. Now the specifics.
It is.
The specifics was children under 18 will now be restricted to 1 hour of gaming from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and on public holidays, which is a change from the 1.5 hours that they had before.
I was gonna say, we knew that they had a curfew and they had a limitation on gaming in China before. They have a limitation on almost everything that they do. Which includes what you can download, what you can view on the internet, what apps work. Like Pokemon Go just doesn't exist in China anymore.
They're pretty controlling over there.
So this is
a little bit
almost like not even out of the norm for them.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can understand the need for limitations on gaming for children. Under the ages of certain ages, I can get that. Like, I wasn't allowed to play games for however many hours when I was younger, just because my mom's like, get the fuck outside, go do something, like, get out of this house.
That's good parenting right there.
I feel the complete opposite as someone who was raised like as a latchkey kid who is like, I will do everything on my own. I will be like, I sit in front of a TV and I learn things. I learned how to read because of Pokemon Red and because of Final Fantasy VII. Literally, my entire like vocabulary came from those two games. I can't say that the gaming is bad in any sort of way for kids.
Me either. And
I've
I've
anything
told this story.
within limitations, you know.
Right, exactly.
Anything in excess usually doesn't end up going well.
It's just making sure you have the checks and balances on both sides of the spectrum. Like, yes, are you playing a lot of games and are you learning from them, or are you just playing them to escape and get some like just comfort? But are you also doing well in school? Are you also still learning the things that you need to that are important?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's my point. It shouldn't be up to the government to determine.
It should be up to parents.
Be up to parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, I like the idea, but I don't like governmental mandates on that. Like, I feel like there should be, if they're gonna do that, it should not be that small. Like, that's a small range though. Like, if that, and it doesn't really, I'd have to really look into it if that 1 hour is like over the entirety of the weekend of those days. Like you have to divide that hour between those days, or is that an hour of each day? I'd have to like really just clarify on the article we were looking at. But
from what I read, it was 1 hour on Friday, 1 hour on Saturday,
so 1 hour a day.
and 1
Got
hour
it.
on Sunday. It's not even like Monday through Thursday that you can play.
Yeah, it's just weekends.
It's just weekends.
Isn't this
Which,
also
I mean,
a really bad way to like form a huge addiction for later in life? Like you're weaning them on something that's like small and portioned, but then as soon as they have the freedom to do it, they're gonna be like, I'm gonna just you're gonna overdose on it. You're gonna just engulf as much as possible. And then we have those people who need the rehab for playing too many games.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be people who do that. I mean, there's going to be a lot of kids who, like, even me, I couldn't play everything I wanted all times of the day, but I also didn't go crazy on it when I finally got free to do it. But, you know, there's always going to be those kids who, like, the minute they have that freedom of age, they're going to be like, I'm going to do it all day, every day, and they're going to burn out. So,
yeah, I've seen it done time and time again with parents who were really strict. And as soon as the child hit old enough to make their own decisions, 17, 18, I'll give you a prime example. My cousin, his mom and dad were real strict. He wasn't allowed to play the games we would play. He wasn't allowed to wear the clothes that we wear. He wasn't allowed to listen to the music that we listened to. Really strict. And as soon as he turned 18, he went into the military. Blew his mind. I mean, to the point to where he was willing to almost like give up his citizenship to like stay over in another country and not come back home. That's how much fun he was having. He was like, I'll just live here. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
It was like, whoa, calm down. So just like you said, it's gonna be an overdose and they're just gonna go crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, also, and when you think about it, though, this is China. That's kind of their MO, that they are very much about controlling their people. That's just kind of how things work. You can't say certain things. You can't, you know, like Jono was saying earlier, you know, they're very particular about things. Like there was in the realm of stuff that I watch, like with VTubers, there's a big deal with China and VTubers, and they're constantly blocking a lot of different VTubers because of stuff they talk about on their streams. So it's like they like to filter what their people see and do. So I mean, the only way those kids are going to be able to get away from that is if they leave the country.
It's also unfortunate because it feels like you're like leaving them behind in this world that is growing alongside technology, growing alongside like gaming being a very staple part of most of society now, honestly. Like limiting them on that is basically just like stunting their growth in it. So they're not going to be able to understand or deal with it as an adult, or they're going to be like, oh, all of the game or all of jobs now revolve around some sort of skill that's applicable to having
technology,
gaming knowledge, or like hand-eye coordination, or something that kids developed while playing Fortnite while they were children.
I think also children develop a lot of things that aren't so great by playing Fortnite.
Well, I mean,
but
kids develop a lot of things while playing online games that are either good or bad.
So it's like ultimately TLDR. I feel like it's not a bad idea, but I feel like they are taking it, of course, way too far. But then again, that's China.
That's just what China do.
This is what they do.
But yeah, quite honestly, though, you know, in the similar vein to, you know, how Jono could only say the word Pikachu up until the time he was 12, I too learned how to read from video games. And no, but like, you know, old RPGs like the original Final Fantasies and like Star Tropics on the NES, you know, Chrono Trigger, Earthbound, you know, all the classic RPGs, I felt invested so much so that I would just sit there and read every line of dialogue, and just get so absolutely entrenched in the stories and stuff, and that broadened my vocabulary exponentially as every new game came out. I was like, what is the story of this? I'd pop out our fat fucking dictionary that we had at one point at the house, at the condo, and just be tearing through. What's that word mean? And just get completely engrossed.
Wish I could have done that. I was not allowed to play those types of games. I was literally the opposite. My family made me read like books. Like I wish I could have played.
Like, do I want to read How Now Brown Cow for the 100th time, or do I want to learn about existential dread that Cloud's going through? Obviously, one over the other.
Nah, see, I was made to read the classics. I had to read classic books. Like, I don't know. I mean,
like Egyptian hieroglyphs.
No,
what
like
the
like Tom Sawyer and stuff like that, and like
I don't know if those
I
are the
was
best
the kid
lessons.
that had I was the kid that had to read like I don't know 10, 15 books every summer. I was required to read a lot of books every summer.
Oh yeah,
So
no,
it's-
those were part of since I was in a private school growing up. That was part of the like thing is you had to read 10 to 20 books over summer.
John, read, right? You had to read.
Yeah.
Do you know how many of those were mangas / Harry Potter? Most of them.
Oh, I can't tell you the battle I had in my high school trying to get them to accept graphic novels as approved.
Yes, man. The minute my middle school approved that, I was like, "Oh, let me add all of these that I've read."
It was very difficult to get my private Catholic school to approve mangas, but once I got them to accept light novels because they were technically
They're
books,
text, yeah.
then it was fine.
But see, it's weird when you're adding like certain volumes of manga, like Absolute Boyfriend, as like a book you read over the summer, and they're gonna be like, "What kind of fucking book is that?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it."
This is all hentai.
Absolute Boyfriend is like I think it's a shoujo, like a romance series, but like just the title. Whenever you're like a 13, 12-year-old girl, they're just like, "What the fuck is that? What are you reading?" But,
you're trying to pass your summer reading with Bible Black? Well, it's got Bible in it.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh my god, that would be funny. That would
All
be
y'all
really
are going
funny.
to hell for laughing at that, by the way.
Oh
You
my
laughed
God.
at home, you too.
Oh man.
Oh god, but no, I mean, like I said, I don't know. It's a great idea, but they're taking it way too far. See you later.
Yeah.
Way,
Agreed.
way too far.
Yeah.
Way.
Epic had another great idea too. And
Among several of their great ideas.
So great, all the greats.
this one wasn't stolen from anyone, so
Shocking.
yeah, they were trying to make they teamed up with Time Magazine to make it's a walking museum, I guess is what they're calling it, in the Fortnite game.
I think they called it, what was it, March something. March
it's
Through
like
Time.
March Through Time event, and it was an interactive museum for Martin Luther King Jr. So, but being Fortnite, I guess they figured that all gamers weren't going to use the disrespectful emotes that were in the game.
It was more they thought they were going to use the emotes disrespectfully.
Well, see, the thing was that they created emotes specifically for the event, which they allowed to use. But they had disabled certain emotes that they knew were like, oh, these are going to be real bad, so we're going to disable these. But they didn't disable all other emotes aside from the event emotes. So of course there are some that could have been that were just not good. They weren't bad, but they were obviously disrespectful. So
Look, I'm gonna tell it like it is. Essentially, there was a DC crossover event that they didn't want to disable the emotes. Catwoman being one of them, with things that Catwoman does with her weapon of choice. And for licensing reasons, they were like, shit, they paid a lot of money to have that emote of what she's doing in the game, so we probably shouldn't disable it. And it made its way into the MLK event by a bunch of scumfucks.
yeah.
To put two and two together on that, it was horrifying.
Yeah, so then they went ahead and decided to disable all emotes that weren't a part of the event, which was only like 8 of them.
But it just bewilders me how they continue to think that there's not any. It's like they approach these things with the mindset that no one's gonna try and fuck this over.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you have to realize the internet is nothing but trolls, right?
Right.
Yep.
I was trying to be PC, but
No, they're trolls.
No. The internet. Well, that was me being PC because I was gonna call them way worse.
Oh yeah, agreed.
The internet is nothing but trolls.
And I mean, kudos to Epic for planning this event. It really does prove how video games can be educational in its sense. I mean, it really does, and kudos to them for going through that. But you're gonna need to do better as far as protecting or like.
Is like this wasn't the first event they've done like this that they had an issue with. So why did you not take that information and go, this event ended like this. We probably should take what happened from this and learn from that.
Exactly.
But I guess not.
Nope.
I guess not.
So
it's just a way to keep being relevant in like the news. Like, oh, Fortnite, here we go again with Fortnite again. They don't care if it's good news or bad news. They'll
all
take
news
it.
is good news.
I mean, honestly, with how much Fortnite is like slowed down in the news recently, yeah, I imagine any press is good press for them.
Exactly, that was it. You don't say all press is good press. But well, I don't know. I mean, at least they went and took care of the other emotes, so at least people were able to take part in the event in a proper way for at least a chunk of time.
Did it say how long the event's gonna last?
Let me see. Does it say? If I'm trying to see if it says, but it doesn't really say.
I know some of the Fortnite events go on for a short amount of time, or it's a real big thing you have to tune into at a certain time. But I didn't see how long this one was going to last, or if there was a time limit on it.
Yeah, because I think the article we read was from the 27th of August, so I don't know. Good question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let me look at that. Unless you guys know.
Actually,
yes,
not.
I've already. It is now over. It was until the 31st of August. It was through all of August.
So it's already in. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Just do better next event.
Yeah.
Like really review this. Really like have a sit down and be like, what went wrong and what went well. Let's take that into consideration.
Sit in a room, go, how could this go wrong? And then just assume it is going to go that way and counter and try to counter it.
Yep.
Or just make a fake post on Reddit about it, about any future event, and then just wait for all the responses to come through and go, okay, this is all of what we're going to not include inside of this. So I would do it.
Okay, I can get behind this.
Just have the trolls call themselves out.
I like this.
Huh. All right. Speaking of calling someone out, I guess.
Something like that.
You'd sent a link for this one, but I couldn't go into it because it was like, you need to sign up for all of our stuff, and I was like,
what? I just said no. I just said no, and it let me look at it.
Click no.
Well, I didn't have the option to click no.
Don't sign up for the porn, Jono.
Well, what if I was excited about it, okay? I got a little distracted.
He saw the free trial message and he was like, wait.
What do you mean hot singles in my area?
There's never hot singles in your area. Like, it's all a lie.
It's Jacksonville, Jono. Come on now.
I'm like, what are you expecting?
I mean, if we were in Orlando, Miami, okay.
You're right. You're right. It's hot shingles in my area instead.
Hot shingles, exactly. That's about more accurate.
So the one that Jonah wasn't able to read, it was about Peggy, not the single, not the hot single. The
PEGI.
Yeah.
Oh, not PEGGING. Okay.
No, not pegging.
Not that one
See,
either.
I thought he was
God.
saying
Wow.
Peggy
Wow.
like Peggy Hill, and I was like, well,
I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you
This
what.
is where all of our minds went.
Wow. Good lord. Yeah, I was thinking Peggy, like, you know, the name, not whatever weird stuff Moose was talking
Yeah,
about.
I
So
was thinking the
continue,
name
what is-
also.
I was
so-
thinking Peggy Hill too.
Yeah.
So I was thinking
Uh,
Peggy from wasn't that her name from Marvel?
Peggy Carter.
Peggy Carter.
Peggy Carter. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
I was thinking
Carter.
Peggy Carter.
And that Peggy is the Pan-European game information. You've probably heard.
Oh, like Peggy 18.
Yeah, at the end of the commercial, it was like Peggy 18. They've recently announced they're changing their rules around gambling, and which would render Pokemon Red and Super Mario 64 as 18 and over games.
Well, basically anything that has any type of referencing, encourages or teaches gambling, like games that have like a slot machine in it or something that's like a little mini game that's something like that. That would be.
I was gonna say, like, I can
References
understand Pokemon Red because there's a lot of different things in that game that could potentially put it as 18 plus. Mario 64?
Yeah, because it had a casino themed mini game.
Did it?
It
Yeah.
comprises a number of
64?
simplified card games, including poker and blackjack. So that is considered gambling because those are games that you can play at like casinos.
I gotta
which
play
is-
Mario 64 again. I don't remember that at all.
Right? I don't
The,
remember that at
well,
all.
Mario 64, the DS one, I think, is what they're speaking of specifically.
Oh, come on. Who played that one now?
That's the one I think they're. Yeah,
Wasn't
they're
that
talking
the
about
one
Super
where
Mario
they included
64
Yoshi
DS.
into it or something?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
I mean, they're at least not. They're not retroactively doing it, but yeah, like that type of element going forward in games would be considered as that. But unfortunately, I feel like the big issue is because loot boxes. I feel like that's kind of caused a lot of it, and now it's ruined the fun for everybody.
Realistically, there was a lot of games from the 90s and early 2000s that should and could have been rated M, but since we did not have a very active ESRB at the time, a lot of them did not.
Yeah.
And even though they're not going to it's not going to be retroactive. If Nintendo or any other publisher decides to remake some of those titles, then it's going to carry the 18 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
It would have to.
Yep.
So would games like Shenmue, would that be technically? Because the gachapon machine?
Lucky Hit?
Probably.
Lucky, yeah,
Probably.
Lucky Hit?
Yeah.
Do you want to play Lucky Hit?
Yeah.
Why-
You want to
don't
play Lucky Hit?
Shenmue. Don't do that.
I mean, like, I get it in terms of like a loot box type of situation, but just because it has like a little tiny like slot machine or something, I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
But I guess
That-
so. I mean, in literal sense, yeah, I guess that is a gambling opportunity.
But see, for Pokemon, I can get it though because Pokemon, I think one of the Team Rocket's hideouts was like in some type of
It
casino
was.
thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, like,
yes.
but in respect to like the Mario 64, I'm like, really?
Not to
Even
mention,
Nintendo's like probably going, excuse you?
not to
I'm trying to
mention
think-
the theme of gotta catch them all, and in order to get a what was it, a Chansey, I want to say that it was from there,
Yeah.
you had to do all of the gambling and you had to get the maximum amount of money from the casino. So I can understand Pokemon. They literally
Yeah.
specifically say
Mhm.
you gotta catch them all. You have to gamble to catch
You've
them all.
got to do it.
Give us your
You gotta roll
money.
them dice, man.
Yes.
Just one more. Just one more. Try it again.
There was
gotta
a
get the
lot of
Chansey.
there was 2 TMs and a Chansey that you got out of the gambling, and they were all like
Yeah.
they were all in game level like items, and then you could only get the Chansey from there. So
Humorously, in-game like slot machine types of things, I am never attracted to whatsoever. Like, I don't get an addiction thought to keep playing those. Now, gotcha games, that's a whole nother story. That's
Fair.
definitely that put a smack on like a
they found
put an
another way
18
to put
plus
a
sticker
slot
on
machine
there.
into your brain.
Yeah, I was like, no,
Yeah.
that's a whole different thing. But like little mini games, like the Pokemon stuff, I literally played it the minimum I needed to get whatever it is I was trying to get, and I was like, oh my god, thank Jesus, I need to get away from this. This is stupid. But
Yes.
and then I got older, and then gotcha games came into my life.
Didn't Mario Party, one of Mario Party titles, have like some type of gambling kind of game as a mini game?
Yeah, probably like a slot thingy.
Mario
something?
Party.
Or either a card, some type of card game.
There's a system in order to steal stars that is a gambling slot machine.
Yeah. So
It's just like everything's gonna be freaking an adult game now.
It's gonna be everything.
You have a slot machine in your game, you're done. So basically,
oh, it's got cards in it. Oh no, it's gambling. No.
It's like Yakuza, Last Judgment. Sorry, you're out.
No.
Final Fantasy 8, 14.
Seven too, right?
Yeah.
Well, 7 had the golden saucer.
Golden
yeah.
saucer.
I was thinking more of a triple triad from 8.
Yeah, triple. Oh my gosh, I love that. Man, so that card game. Oh, come on.
But see, for us, that's fine because we're all, of age.
Right.
So it's fine for us, but
We're of the age.
We're of the age.
We are of the age to where those gambling mechanics are like, yeah, cool, they're in the games, and now we have the wallets to pay for them, and we do, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
And when you see the kids that are fighting in this, I want to play my Pokemon. This is BS.
I want booby swords. Spending dollars.
Nope. Oh.
God.
Now, last time we were here, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago,
Like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Did we lose Derek?
No, I'm still here, guys. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. So
Hey,
yeah,
it's like
when
last time we were here, and Derek's like, I'm out.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, and it's honestly been an ongoing thing for the last few months. If you're not already aware, has been a string of hate raids on Twitch, which are bots, and they have found new bots to go and follow people because I had to ban 2 more hosses this morning.
Hoss.
Oh, Haas. There's just a string of bots that will follow into their channel, raid in with a giant amount of numbers, and just spew a lot of hate speech, a lot of very, very vulgar things to either have you ban all of them, stop your stream, or to try and get your entire channel taken down, which is something that's been going on with offline ones now. Which is why the start of the stream was emote only.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just stupid. At least, it seems like we at least know kind of where they're coming from now, like which bots to deal with. Kind of, sort of.
Debatable, because we're still now following. There was someone else who sent a new. Oh, hey, we've got a change of scenery. There's apparently a bot that someone had made on Twitch now to follow and ban all of the hate raid bots now.
Fighting bots with bots?
Yeah, we're literally fighting fire with fire.
Yeah.
Oh god. I just wish bots would not exist. Like, all it does is just cause issues for everybody. I don't know. It's
And I mean, all of this led to everyone, well, not everyone, a lot of people proposing a day off of Twitch in order to get a response from the platform, which they did report a drop in viewership for that day.
Yeah,
and
it did drop by a few thousand viewers, a significant amount.
Then what they didn't talk about is how relieved they were that server costs were down that day for bandwidth. So it was really a win-win for them anyway, so they didn't have to pay for the bandwidth.
That's I'm like, it really didn't do anything other than save them money.
Yeah. Subscriptions continued, and everyone whose subscription lapsed on the day of Twitch just came back the next day and re-upped it. So really,
it didn't do anything.
Again, it's literally not about the money. It wasn't about the money at all. It was about the message overall. And that
but have they done anything since?
They have.
They sent an email saying we're doing something,
and they were like, "Yo, you should just ban people, but we'll work on it."
Oh, we wish we could tell you what we're working on, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We swear we'll tell you. Okay.
my ass.
You can tell me
Silly
when
dick.
Streamlabs already went ahead and did probably what you should have already done. And Streamlabs have created a safe mode where you can turn that on, and it I think it automatically puts your stream into like follow only, emote only. Like it automatically turns your stream on like multiple different settings. Yeah. So could have done that, but cool. Thanks for the email. We appreciate that. I like the pat on the back.
They're right.
Yeah, but there's a couple people that I've been following that are talking about, to actually make a change, we should, be like, okay, well, I won't stream on Twitch until you actually change something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is
that's been the
actually
consensus
what I'm
about-
probably going to do the rest of the month. During
Yeah.
September, I'm going to be like, nah, sorry.
And I know quite a few people who have like opted out of the affiliate program or went over to YouTube in opposition because of the whole hate rate that's going on with
Yeah.
I mean,
with
we had a
Twitch.
lot of large streamers who jumped over, like Tim the Tatman and Dr. Lupo as well.
Apparently
During the
their
middle of
thing
this.
had nothing to
Yeah.
do with this,
Their
but
thing had
but
nothing to do with
still,
it, but it still was during
ironic.
the exact same time.
Does seem a little sketch. But yeah, I don't know. Everyone jumping on that day off thing. I'm like, yeah, and then they went right back to streaming the next day as if nothing happened. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was a start. I mean, last time we said it.
but didn't we do
it's
that
a
one?
start.
Didn't we do something else? The same thing last year. Everyone did a day off of Twitch for something. I forget what it was.
Yeah, but no one did it
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
yeah.
it was-
Everyone said that they were going to do it last time, and no one followed through, and no numbers were shown. Nothing was actually done. But this time, it actually had an impact in viewership, for once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Didn't Activision have something going on also that time? Like everyone stopped playing all like Activision Blizzard games because of that whole mess of things. It was a couple of weeks ago with the
yeah.
CEOs.
Yeah.
With the whole
with
the
the
sexism.
senior-
and,
yeah. The
Yeah,
work
people were
environment and
basically
the-
signing off of like anything Blizzard related completely because
Yeah.
of that. Yeah. Yeah.
And I know we were saying what was Twitch's response, but I mean, they got a couple of lawsuits that
Yeah,
they're trying
they-
to put into work against these hate raiders.
That's
Yeah,
right.
now
They're
it's
taking
like
bots
a-
to court.
A couple days ago, yeah, they finally started going. Well, they went after two so far, two different users. We'll see how that goes, but I wish
mean,
them well.
From what the usernames and everything are showing with most of the hate raid bots, it's roughly about a handful of people that make a couple thousand million accounts. Because
Yeah.
they're all Hoss. It's just
Yeah.
we're all Hoss now.
Because I think the one user's from the Netherlands and the other one's from Austria. And they, it says after a round of Twitch sending emails to users warning them against hate raids, I guess these particular users were, I guess, getting flagged. But, yeah. If only...
They warned. They sent. Did you
Well,
say
these
they
are the-
sent the email warning them against hate rating?
Well, the email that we got. That email that everyone
okay.
got.
That everyone
Yeah.
got. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Okay.
And I'm good.
The infamous email.
Go ahead, Moose.
No, I was just gonna say, and Servo just dropped a pertinent point into the chat as well, stating that the person who started the day off Twitch just got partnered too, missing the point.
Yeah. Yeah. Yaha.
So I'm not sure that the lawsuit that Twitch is putting out against the hate raiders is. I mean, it just the timing of it to me kind of seems off. It's like right after the day off Twitch, and it's like, oh hey, we're gonna sue these guys that are creating a bot. It's kind of feels like them wanting to show that they're trying to do something.
Like to me, the issue that I have with this whole thing is that where was it? It was mentioned in the one email that we were, or the one article about the day off Twitch that kind of what people were asking for is the big issue is that Twitch allows people to have endless amounts of accounts. Like you could go literally create millions of accounts with the same email. That's how so many people create, like, you know, stream user 1, stream user 2, stream user 3, stream user 4. Like, there's simple things that they could do that would help a lot of this, but they're not.
That's too
Little
many
things.
passwords for me to remember. I don't like remembering the ones I have now.
Yeah, like it's just yeah, I don't know. It's just I feel like they could. I mean, I'm glad they're taking these 2 streamers or users and suing them, but
just call them what they are, trolls.
Trolls.
I mean,
Yeah.
Very fair.
But realistically, is the court case going to actually amount to anything? Rather than taking them to court, they should be, you know,
Implementing things to stop other people who will follow suit.
Fixing their infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, you get rid of it's like any bad seed. You get rid of that one, but they're not the only ones out there.
Right.
There's going to be others who do it too.
So who here thinks that that Twitch taking these to the court, if it does make it to court, and who here thinks this is going to be what's the word I'm looking for? They make an example out of these 2, and that's going to slow down any other users that are making
No.
Like, do you think it's
No,
going to make them?
I've been on the internet for long enough.
It's not going to do anything.
But think about it. Remember, was it last year or the year before when we were having a ramp up in swatting, and then they finally prosecuted the one guy for 25 grand, and he did jail time because of it actually ended up getting somebody killed, and they went after him for it.
But we still
I feel like swatting.
We still have swatting issues that do happen. It's not going to stop them from doing this. All it's going to do is make a smarter villain out of it. We're just going to have people who find ways to hide themselves better while also doing this to people.
Because I was going to say, literally in their email, that they said they didn't want to tell us what they were working on because it would give the bad guys the idea of what they were doing and find countermeasures. But they're still going to do that anyway. It'll just be delayed.
Yeah,
I suppose.
This is a slap on the wrist to a few people.
I mean, I'm sure it will hinder and probably like stagnate it. We may see a brief period where it won't happen, but we don't know if that'll stop it completely or not. I mean, I would rather them work on infrastructure and do things that will actually assist in the system than going after. I mean, you could do both. I'd be like, please do both. Go after the people that are doing it, but then try to make different things aside from just block people. Just report people.
Right. And I mean, what you're also looking into as well is, you had mentioned you can make any number of accounts and things like that. Now, there has been a solution proposed for circumventing that it has been a little bit iffy. Like, people have been like, I don't know about all that. But we're going back to China, but in order to utilize the internet over there, you basically have to have a verified account. You have to verify you are who you say you are to make accounts on a lot of their platforms.
Two-factor authentication, or
I mean, what's funny though is
single
Twitter
verification user accounts on Twitch.
Yeah, like Twitter and social media accounts have the same thing. You can't have endless amounts of accounts on the same email or phone number because it'll say you have too many accounts, you're spamming it, we're going to shut down your account. Like if Twitter and social media accounts can do it, why can't Twitch do that? You're having too many accounts, it looks bawdy, it looks sus, we're going to close this down. Like, I don't know. I mean, I would think that's a simple suggestion for something small that you could do to hinder people from creating thousands of bot accounts. But I mean, they could just, I guess, have multiple emails. But
I was gonna say then you're also looking at the same kind of thing of people could just have what are those things that jump your IP to different places? VPNs. Yeah, they can just as easily just VPN somewhere else, make 20 accounts, VPN to somewhere else, make 20 accounts. That's.
But at least that's something. At least it's giving them an extra step that some may not want to do.
I don't know.
Maybe not everyone has a VPN, but I don't know. Two-factor
authentication is usually a pretty easy deterrent for most things, because
Yeah.
they have to go through a much more painstaking process to verify that that's an account and then activate and use said account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to do it as affiliates. Why not them?
Yeah, exactly. Shoot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean,
Fair.
Twitch is working on it. They say they're working on it, so we'll let
They're
them.
working on it. We'll see
Yeah,
it next
yeah.
year.
We'll see it in whenever they're done with it, and
I don't know.
We're
I'd
just-
like to
luckily-
see whatever there is going to come from the court case and everything as well. Like,
right.
I'm still like invested in what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of avoiding a lawsuit, wait, no, they didn't avoid a lawsuit.
No, they avoided getting fired. Is what happened.
Oh no,
I
they didn't avoid getting fired.
I thought they stepped down instead of getting fired.
And that's a nice way of saying they got fired.
Wait, what's
And what we're talking about is the Tripwire CEO who, after agreeing with the pro-abortion laws in Texas, he was asked to step down.
Good.
53
Bye.
hours
Yeah.
after he made the tweet.
Yep.
Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah. Peace out, bitch. Like, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out.
All right.
Yep.
Zero time for that shit.
John Gibson, CEO for Tripwire, or former CEO for Tripwire Interactive.
So,
And
for those who
brought up
don't
games
know-
like Killing Floor
Yeah.
and Maneater,
Maneater,
which
yeah.
Jono was a shark enthusiast.
Mm-hmm. Also, I have several hundred hours in Killing Floor as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
And
We
after
give it one.
Texas passed the abortion law, that is pretty outlandish. If anyone's read it,
Yeah, it's his opinion is not unique.
and we've gone over this time and time again. Yeah, your opinion is your opinion, but when you're in a public eye, then a lot of people are going to take your opinion as, especially at that high level of a position. A lot of people are going to take your opinion as the company's opinion.
I was gonna say when you were the CEO of a company, you speak for and are the company. So
Right.
your
Bingo.
word is the company.
I mean, the fact that he was like, I don't get political often, but I felt it was important to go on record to state that I'm a pro-life game developer. I'm like, cool, bro. Good for you. Good for you. Let's give you a gold star.
And I mean, not even being at that high level of position. I mean, for any company, even at a low level position, you got to be wary of what you say. I mean, Derek was even before we even started the cast. People were joking about him saying Xbox is better than PlayStation. He was like, hey, don't put that out on me. My superiors might be listening. So it's just that simple.
Derek would never say
Be
that.
too careful.
Derek would never say that.
So after he made this tweet, a smart move on Tripwire's part, 53
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you got to go. You got to go. But within that 53 hours, there were companies that were saying, we're no longer going to work with Tripwire. There were people saying they're not going to play games for Tripwire. So
they were losing a lot of. They were going to get a lot of losses if they kept that
just
going.
within 24 hours.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm pretty sure that prompted them to act quick as well.
Yeah, it's like when you start losing contracts because someone made a tweet of something like that, you're gonna have to make a decision. What's more important, the individual or the contract?
Future of the company.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, we gotta let you go. Do them like I do my kids, grab them by the arm and like, come here, let me talk to you for a minute.
Yeah, strong arm them real quick. Like, hey, listen.
They future endeavored him. They just
when
let
we
him
were in
go.
public, just grab him like, get your ass over here. So yeah, kudos to Tripwire. Good thing acting fast on that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're much better off now without him.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously.
And I think replacing him is Alan Wilson. So it's safe to say that we're watching, Alan, and that's not
We're
a threat. That's not a threat. That's a promise.
Just stay off of Twitter.
Oh
man.
man, Katie Lady, I agree. Right? Isn't it great when those people make policies on yeah? Wait, it seems like don't trolls get more rights than female reproductive organs do? That's pretty sad.
Without diving
Internet
too
trolls.
deep into it, it bewilders me also, and it was always like, if you're gonna go to that extent as far as telling, women when they can and can't have babies, but I mean, to be fair, you should also extend that to men. I mean, we were talking about cutting off the penises of men who were involved.
Wait, isn't that Jono?
Yeah, well, Jono was on here, and we allowed him to say it, so we backed him on it.
Listen, okay. Before Derek gets a weird idea of me, it was during the whole Blizzard Activision thing, and we were talking about how you make a few examples of a few people, and maybe we wouldn't have all these sorts of issues about harassment and things in the workplace. You cut a few members off, you unicorn staple them to a desk. It's a reminder. It's a permanent reminder. No one's gonna mess up after that.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just saying, a couple heads on a couple pikes, and all of a sudden the town's a better place.
So you said cut them off. You mean cut them from their position, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Definitely what I meant.
Yeah, cut them from their position.
Yeah,
gotcha.
just cut
that
them.
is not what he meant at all. But just as I said, it shouldn't be up to the government to regulate when kids can play video games. It shouldn't be up to government when women can reproduce.
Plus, there's so many things that are dealing with pregnancy and birth that it's not just black and white of like, you either give birth or you don't.
Right.
It's not how that works. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother thing. But I'm glad that they took the right step with this and realized that it would be uncomfortable for everyone and a bad move as a business.
So lesson learned is stay off social media, basically.
Yeah, that's just stay
Have
off
they learned
Twitter.
this at this point? Didn't they learn this from other figureheads who got themselves in trouble with social
How
media?
many times do how many people have to get fired for saying something stupid on social media
before they get
stay
it?
Off.
Just don't. If you can't say something nice,
put out your game trailers and put out your new upcoming updates and news and just stay off of social media.
Because they feel like it's their freedom, it's their right. They can say what they want to.
Keep your shitty opinions to yourself. Write them down and staple them to your wall.
I'll tell you what, it pretty much is. I mean, it's your right. You can say what you want to, but you can't go around expecting there not to be any consequences from it.
Yep, there's always consequences.
Yeah, that's one thing that you have to realize. And they feel like I can say what I want because it's my right and whatever. Okay, yeah, you can, but
it's also my right
there's
to
repercussions to what you
say.
say.
You're gonna have to realize there are repercussions from it. And I mean, not to get off topic, but there's a friend who was upset about Gina Carano and her whole Twitter post about and her being fired. He got massively upset about it, and I'm like, dude, that's just like any company. Disney is just like any company. Regardless of if they don't like what you're saying, regardless of who you are, they have that right to fire you.
Exactly what Blade just said. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from repercussions.
Exactly.
You're a big enough boy to know that you got freedom of speech. Also know that your words have consequences.
That's right. Like a punch in the eye.
Yeah. Just saying.
All right, so we finally got into this. Well, no, it's not. The end to this Epic versus Apple lawsuit that's been going on for how long?
I don't know, but
too damn long.
This entire podcast, we've been in court. We're at the end of the court now. This is the last case, and this is the last time that we have to see Epic versus Apple after like a fucking year.
Yes.
I was gonna say the final resolution, but I don't think this is a
Nobody
final
won.
resolution.
Literally, they both lost out of this. And the judge thought they were acting stupid. Even the judge thought that, like, this is dumb. Why are we doing this?
Well,
Why are we here?
Why are we here?
I mean,
Just must not be a gamer.
remember last time when what was Tim Schafer like tweeted after the case and was just like, yo, you know, at least there's good food next door.
Stupid ass.
No, Tim Sweeney, not Tim Schafer. Tim
It's
Schafer
a Tim
is-
something.
Tim Schafer
Yeah.
is double fine.
One of the Tims. Timberlands.
Yeah,
I
Timberlands.
was about to say, check out my Tims.
Say, those are some great shoes.
Also,
Oh.
So, yeah.
Anchor.
But for those who did not get or see the ruling of this this case, basically the California judge ruled on that both sides lost, basically concluding that Apple wasn't unfairly monopolizing the mobile app space with iOS or its in-app purchasing system, and she also ordered Epic to pay damages for violating its developer agreement with Fortnite. At the same time, she ordered Apple to remove its anti-steering rules policies banning developers from telling users about alternatives to Apple's in-app purchase system. So basically, she smacked both their hands and were like, just stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sounds
Stop
like
being stupid.
that kind of sound like one child running in to snitch on the other, and then they both getting whooped.
They were. They literally were like, well, he said this, and he said this. Well, he's not letting me do that. Well, he's telling me. Da, da, da.
Yeah, and then mom was like, "All right, that's it. Everybody get an ass whooping. Line up."
Like a kindergarten teacher, like, okay, I don't know who started, but we're gonna end it. Both of you.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, she
At least
apparently,
it's over.
like the article said, she's
God.
clearly considered much of both of their behaviors to be silly, and that many of both companies' arguments were bad. She thought like there was just so many issues with both, and that both were stupid.
It's not over, and I just like Blade said, I'm sure there's going to be appeals.
Oh, I'm sure.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
I don't think Epic is gonna let that sit. They're not gonna pay. They're like, we ain't paying no damn ish. We're not paying nothing for Apple. I ain't doing that. I just see it happening.
Like none of them don't have money now. Come on.
I know, right? I don't know. I don't know.
They got enough money to go to court for years now. And
At
they
this
probably will.
Yeah.
They probably will.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. Like all this time, just to have the judge tell you, y'all are stupid. Stop.
Right?
Just stop.
You done
Just
wasted a
in the
year
corner.
of my life on this shit. Both you
Get
guys
out of
are
my
idiots.
court.
Get out.
Yeah.
This whole damn court's out of order.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Sure, if they went to Judge Judy, it would have been over within a day.
She wouldn't even have played that shit. She'd have read this shit, be like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me! Get out of my court! I'm not dealing with this. I'm not reading this crap."
Exactly. It's
Oh,
been like,
God.
hey, it's my court. You suck.
Shut up!
Pay the man.
So much
Shut
money.
up! You pay the man. You stop doing dumb shit. Now get out. We're done.
Oh, yeah. God, I wish Judge Judy did more cases. More like high-profile cases.
She should have done that case. Oh my gosh.
We would have been in and out of this real quick.
Yep.
Maybe we would have had to wait a year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of waiting, are we ready for good news now?
Yes.
We don't have
We
any
ready?
good news.
Okay.
The fun
well,
news.
I'm sorry that you didn't enjoy the showcase, but
Oh,
let's talk
I
about
enjoyed
the
the shit out
Sony
of
showcase.
Yes, we have Derek here. For those who are just joining us, we have Derek here. He's our Northeast Florida PlayStation representative. And since the PlayStation Showcase took place last Thursday, we decided it'd be a good idea to bring him on and let him chime in on some of the great things that came out of that.
Can we talk
Very
about the
exciting.
best opening to a showcase ever being them going, hey guys, in the shadows, it's fucking Revan. Here's Knights of the Old Republic.
That was one way to start that off. Like honestly, I was almost thinking that opening intro for the best place. What was it? Best no, is it Play Has No Limits?
Yeah.
I honestly that whole chest thing was like, what game is this?
I know.
I was
What is this?
too confused at that point, so that's why I thought like, okay, this is just an overview thing. The conference started when Revan showed up. He kicked
Yeah,
open
yeah,
the
yeah.
doors and was just like, who am I force joking tonight?
I know. I mean,
I'm just really excited. I'll finally get to play Knights of the Old Republic because I didn't get to play it because I didn't have a PC that played games like that back in the day. I always thought it was really great. Plus, I'm a BioWare fan, so even though BioWare's not doing this one, so it's all
No.
right. I'm still excited about it though. I'm really excited.
and I'm wondering how is it gonna play? Because is it gonna be like
Yeah.
turn-based style, or is this gonna be like maybe like Fallen Order?
I would be okay with it being Fallen Order style.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
Fallen
Well-
Order with the stop and play motion, like with the other characters. Like you could play either way. That'd be pretty like kind of Final Fantasy VII remake.
That would be
Yeah.
fine. That would be perfectly fine, honestly.
That'd be kind
And
of
that's
dope.
what I was going to say. I too am concerned with the extent of this remake. Is it going to be to the extent that they did Final Fantasy, which was, above par, I must say,
Mhm.
considering. But I'm kind of curious at how the exclusivity worked out because Knights of the Old Republic was an Xbox game
Yeah.
when it released.
Was it? I
I
thought it
would-
was on both platform when it released.
I
No,
thought
that's
it was
was
Xbox
only.
It was on Xbox and PC, right? Or whatever? Or was it just Xbox?
But here's the thing though, because wasn't it a LucasArts game
Yes.
when it
Yes, it
released?
was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with LucasArts being dissolved to Disney, and with the relationship that Disney has with the gaming industry, especially with PlayStation, I think that's how it kind of worked.
Yeah.
You know,
I
play it that
mean,
way.
Derek, you can tell us. Do you know, does Disney own the gaming industry?
I
What power does Disney have?
I can't comment because I don't know. I'm not saying that because there's someone standing right behind me from Sony right now, but no, I honestly don't know. But I mean, Disney
You
has
can
a
you
lot
can
of
tell
pull.
us if Mickey is off camera, just threatening you right now. It's fine.
Not winking, saying that Nikki's behind me. It's just an involuntary wink. But no, I honestly think with Disney getting the game, I mean, I think with the relationship recent with all the big Marvel games that's been coming out,
Yeah.
I mean, Disney's probably looking like, okay, this is where the money's. I mean, don't get me wrong, Disney Infinity. I enjoyed Disney Infinity. I mean,
Honestly, I did too.
Me too.
I mean, was it?
As a
know,
GameStop employee, I hated it because having to
Yeah.
take each of those individual characters in was a nightmare. But playing the game, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, there was that one game that got canned when Lucas. It was was it like the Bounty Hunter game? I forgot what the
1313. Star
Oh
Wars
my god, the
1313.
game that makes me
Star Wars
cry.
2020 or something.
It was
something like
it was
that.
Star
Yeah.
Wars 1313, and it was
1313,
the one
yeah.
made from the Uncharted devs, and it looked fantastic.
I mean, who's to say we may not get that? I remember there was a canceled like it was a Darth Maul game that was canceled,
Yeah.
and
And recently
Please.
there was also the Mandalorian game that was canceled.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I mean, I don't know what's Disney take on how the things are going on with the gaming. I mean, the fact that we're getting, I mean, if spoiler guys, if you guys didn't watch the showcase, but Spider-Man 2 did get announced.
Yes.
And then they also announced Wolverine as a PlayStation 5 exclusive.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, I guess they're really focusing on the Marvel gaming route versus the Star Wars one, which I'm trying to think what. I mean, I think Last Order was the
Well-
last Star Wars game we got.
Kind of yes and no, because they also like we did get an article like a few weeks back that was them talking about Ubisoft getting hold of a Star Wars title as well.
Yeah.
So it just feels like they're maybe being a little more picky with who they let hold on to the rights for
Yeah,
Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
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 As
Yeah, 'cause
opposed
that's
to Marvel,
everything
where
that I
they're like,
read.
we know who we want to give these titles to. Like Insomniac, here, take care of this baby for a little while.
And
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause-
they've proven that they can. I mean, with look, I had an absolute nerdgasm with Spider-Man.
I was gonna say you love
PS4
Spider-Man.
and
As do
Miles
I.
Morales on PS5. I mean, I painted my walls because of. Okay, I was
Yeah.
about to get X-rated. I had to calm down for a minute. Okay,
Okay.
But-
Okay. Jeez. I was like, what?
but I
Yeah,
absolutely love
Man.
those games. Especially the Miles Morales one. The soundtrack resonated with me. The gameplay resonated with me, and just even before the game, Miles Morales resonated with me anyway. And for them to really do the game justice, I was ecstatic about. And then for them to announce Spider-Man 2, including Miles Morales.
Mm-hmm.
Man, see, I was gonna wholesomely, innocently be like, "You painted your walls. Why would you paint your walls? That seems pretty dramatic to do."
You know, it
From
wasn't
the
paint.
nerdgasm I
It
feel.
wasn't paint.
I was gonna wholesomely hope it was paint.
Don't bring the
Okay.
black light
So
in
while we're on the subject of Spider-Man, because
Of man paint.
also
Totally paint.
also equivalent, like, huge Spider-Man fandom here. Guaranteed, and I'm calling it out because the entire voice in the trailer was not Venom. That was Craven. That was absolutely Craven
Now,
the whole time until
I
Venom
had a
was
different
shown.
idea.
Definitely Craven.
I had a different idea.
What?
I was thinking it was Moreland from the Spider-Verse with the vampires and energy vampires.
Maybe
I don't think we're quite there yet.
I don't think we're close, but we're not there. Like, Craven was not in one. He was like, his lore was not in one, and every single other villain from Spider-Man was in one. Craven's lore was not a part of it, so he is not known. He is not shown in the universe. He is not in existence. This would be a good time for him to appear.
See, and I have no idea. I haven't played the first two yet, so I'm like, sure, I don't. Yeah, cool.
Maybe just go back and watch my videos. You don't have to play it.
I want to play it, fool.
Don't watch
I'm very excited.
Don't play it. Just go watch my videos, and you'll be all caught up.
I was like, it's either Craven or it's Kane, and I was like, we're not in Spider-Verse yet. There's no way this is Kane. So it was a nice, like, fancy accent who was talking about how he's the most powerful and how no one else has been able to stop him. It's Craven. It's Craven. He's looking for the ultimate game.
Easy. I feel like it's too easy.
They also,
so maybe they
we also have a Craven movie that's coming relatively soon-ish within the next like 5 years. So
that's relatively soon. I was like, 5 years? That ain't soon.
I mean, it's sooner than never. So
I'll throw this question in. How do you think the gameplay is going to be? Is it going to be an online co-op experience, or like kind of a la Batman Arkham Knight?
I'm thinking.
I think it would be like Arkham.
I'm thinking Batman where switches between.
Yeah.
I think it'll be like that.
Or I'm thinking like the last like few fights in like Infamous Second Son, where like you're still playing main character and like the other characters will be like there as additional help kind of thing. Where they're
what I was hoping what they would do is like, what if like, because New York City's so big, what if like one thing is happening on one part of town, and like you play as Miles and you do his thing, and then in conjunction what he's doing, he's helping Peter out, and then you jump over to Peter's side and do his, and you guys kind of meet up at some kind of central point, like doing like either fighting like two villains or something, something.
So
crazy.
like split story going on, but like connecting at connecting kind of way.
Yeah,
kind of, but like also intermediate with like some of the missions coincide with each other. But I mean, I would love a mission where you could basically swap between them on the fly, which would be pretty cool.
That would be kind of dope.
Yeah, like imagine like them chasing like say like I mean, I don't think we had Green Goblin, but like if we were chasing like Green Goblin, like having both Spider-Man and Miles like chasing and then having to split off to do separate objectives, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be.
I mean, it's 2023, so I was like, well, give Insomniac all their time they're getting. But I mean, Insomniac's been killing it, man. Like,
they have.
They just been hitter after hitter after hitter.
Honestly, since Second Son came out, they've been on like nothing but a hit streak. So, yeah.
Like I was kind of like, so we'll never get a Resistance remake at this point. No.
Probably not.
Resistance is just gonna get locked into the vault for later. So
I
see, and I'm also a big Infamous fan, so I'm like, can we please get another Infamous, but not with Cole or something?
I mean, Second Son did kind of end on a cliffhanger with the brother.
It absolutely did.
Who knows?
Maybe
at some point.
Second Son. That was the first game that I ever platinumed and did it within the first 3 days of the game release.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I mentioned this on the live stream last time, but if you complete Infamous Second Son and you go through the credits, my name is listed in there.
Wait,
Did I ever tell you guys
what?
that?
Really?
No.
Yes. Yes.
What?
Derek, I'm
If
playing
you-
Infamous again.
Right.
If you beat Infamous Second Son, one of the coolest things that Sony did, because the field reps did such an awesome job, like promoting the game, putting up posters. John remembers all the cool posters I put up for
Oh
that
yeah,
game.
yeah, because half of them ended up in my collection.
Exactly. that big giant one
Yep.
with Delson.
Yep.
But basically the team, like, they submitted a thing like, hey, could you put like all the field reps teams in the credits as a kind of thank you for help with it? So my name is in the end credits of that video game. So
Oh
Cool.
my god, I'm playing
Yeah.
that game again, and I'm gonna find it. That is fantastic.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of my favorite games from that generation, if not one of my favorite IPs.
Mhm.
Because I mean, that first time that you could like shake the DualShock 4 controller, doing
Shake the spray can, yeah.
that was amazing. Maybe we'll get Infamous Second Son Part 2 at some point. Maybe during PS5.
Yeah,
I would
hold
very
out.
much
You
like
never
so.
know, man. We just
Yeah.
this is what our first year with the PS5. There's so many things
I
that they
mean-
have to do.
Right.
I mean, you look at all the IPs now we got listed. I mean, we got Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
Mhm.
We got God of War
God of
2
War.
confirmed. Spider-Man 2 confirmed. I mean, a lot of the big hit. I mean, Gran Turismo 7. Sorry if you guys get spoiled, but Gran Turismo. I mean, what is there left for us to kind of like hold back to release later for the PS5 life cycle? You know?
Man, I got some ideas
Jack
I
and
can tell you.
Daxter.
No,
Yeah.
Man,
don't
you know
let
what
him-
you want.
Go ahead.
You know what you want. You
Go
don't
ahead.
need it.
Go ahead, lad. Say it. What
Oh,
is
yeah.
Say
it?
what we all know.
We definitely got some things left that we can release for the PS5.
Such
Okay.
as
Such as
I'm like, look, Derek, who do I
Some
have
kind
to
of
talk
a
to
legendary game.
Who
It
do I
has
have to
something
talk
to
to
do with the
to
specific
get a remake
class.
of Legend of Dragoon on the PS5? Because
every time you see me, I swear this comes up in our conversations.
It
Every time
does.
you see me,
and it's going to continue until we get
What you
this
what
Legend
you
of
don't
Dragoon
know,
remake.
what you don't know, Derek, is that every single week on the podcast, there's some version of him bringing it up again.
Yep. Legend
Who
of
do I need to
Dragoon.
send these tapes to Sony to? I'm gonna clip all of my Legend of Dragoon remake requests, put it into one extensive clip, and then send it to whoever you tell me I need to send it to. What's his name? Don't say it. Don't say it online. Just send it to me.
no. If Sean Layden was still the current president right now, I would say Sean Layden would be the guy to take because he was the one that got Crash Bandicoot greenlighted to do the remake. Did I ever tell you guys that story
No.
about how?
no.
Okay,
I don't think
real quick-
so.
Real quick story
Sean-
time. This is what I found. Sean Layden, the ex president, the one that stepped down.
I'm tweeting
could you-
Sean. I'm sending
Yeah.
Sean a
But,
tweet right now.
So do you guys remember when PlayStation used to do the PlayStation Experience like conventions?
Yeah.
We did-
Yes, I
Yeah.
still have the app on my phone, by the
Yeah,
way.
so the first one was done in Las Vegas, and the story I heard, I don't know if it's been confirmed, but I assume it is because. So you remember when Sean Layden came out on the stage? He was wearing a Crash Bandicoot shirt,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
so that actually wasn't planned. He like Crash Bandicoot at that time was not greenlighted, like nothing was happening with it. But he wore that Crash Bandicoot shirt to see to get everyone all hyped up and everything like that. And once I guess Activision saw, or the people who owned the license to Crash Bandicoot saw the reactions, they were like, well, guess we got to make the game now.
We gotta make
Like
the game
that's how that started. So Lat, what you need to do
And send somebody a Legend of Dragoon T-shirt. I'm right there with you, Derek. I'm on the plan. I'm already on it. I'm ordering.
Yeah.
There's not one out there, but I'm gonna have to get one made,
Yes,
and I'm sending
maybe
it to somebody.
start sending some
The minute
flyers.
Lat is serious about something, he's gonna go tweet it.
Or it's on Twitter. I mean, like if Simu Liu could, play Shang-Chi by twittering, Kevin Feige. I mean, I'm sure you can tweet to somebody at PlayStation like, "Hey, when are we gonna make this happen?" Let your Dragoon.
Yeah. Let's make it a thing.
Somebody made a T-shirt on TeePublic. I'm ordering it right now.
So apart from Spider-Man, what else was
So-
excitingly shown at the Sony conference?
I mean, pretty much. I think the last time. I mean, I hate to jump to the very end, but we have to talk about it because it was just like God of War Ragnarok got announced, and
Yeah.
everybody has been like waiting, like patiently
Just-
waiting.
Just more dad of boy. Just
Yes.
And,
Atreus is so big.
Atreus
He's grown
is
up
like
so
a preteen.
much.
Yes.
Oh,
He was all sassy and stuff.
Man, he's like getting that preteen sass. It's like, I want to go off and do it myself, Dad. Let me go do my things myself.
I was kind of hoping his hair would be long enough where it's like down, like emo style, like over one of his eyes.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Don't wish the Spider-Man 3 thing on him. Please don't do that. Don't
I
you
wish
put
the
that on
Spider-Man
him?
3 thing on everyone. Please
No.
give
It
us.
comes out like
It's gonna be an alternate skin that you get for Atreus. That's what it is.
I want to do it myself, Dad.
Oh my God!
I want to do it myself.
But I mean, yeah, like I mean, God of War. I mean, that is such a huge title to be announced. I mean, especially for us, because like I don't even know how far that game is in development, but like watching what they showcased for that game, I was like,
It's
so we get this like
beautiful.
next year?
Yeah, like they were showing a lot of gameplay for it and a lot of like content. It's like they have absolutely been working their asses off on this game, and it's showing. We have
I mean,
a lot of stuff for it already.
I mean, you had Freya trying to kill Kratos. I mean, you have the Thor bring back and everything like that, like Atreus and his emo self and arguing with his dad about everything. But I'm kind of like wondering now because like he's a little bit older now. Because you know the parts when you used to like climb up the mountains or like move across like the side of a cliff, Atreus would always jump on his dad's back.
Yeah.
Are we no longer gonna get that now? Because he's bigger
I don't.
now.
So there was
you still should.
there was a cool thing, and because I was really fucking excited about that trailer, I went back to specifically that trailer and frame by framed everything that I could. Atreus has new powers that it looks like.
Yeah.
He summoned a stag or like a gazelle and then rode it and then rammed some of the creatures with it. So we're possibly going to see more things like that. So instead of like him riding on Kratos' back, maybe he'll just find something else that he can summon and climb up with, or who knows.
Who knows? I mean, and now they're going to like actual cities or towns, like instead of just going to desolate areas around the what was it, Midgard?
Yeah.
I guess like the gates and everything like that. So I don't know. The game's just I'm blown. I'm ready for that game. And the cool thing about God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn is that both those games are still going to be supported on PlayStation 4 as well as PlayStation 5.
That's
So
Yeah.
like
awesome.
because I know like after the stream, a lot of people were upset like, oh well, I gotta go find a PS5 now because
No.
No,
I mean,
see,
but-
my excitement was the opposite. It was, oh, so maybe I'll be able to get a God of War PS5, or maybe I'll be able to get a Spider-Man PS5, because I would throw money instantly at that.
Yeah.
So, man, I got into with a Target employee that we were just talking about the limited edition like consoles and everything because he asked me like, so Horizon Zero Dawn February limited edition console, and I was like, do we need an actual limited edition console? Because like you remember like back when before the PS5 launched, like people wanted to have the custom plates, and there was like one company that was like selling like special ones that you could get like a black one. And like Sony sent a like cease and desist.
Cease
like,
and desist,
yeah.
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 Yeah. So I mean, my thing is like, well, instead of having to make a console, you could just basically sell the plates, and then the customers could just switch out the plates.
I
and
feel like
put-
it'd be much cheaper too.
Yes. Yeah.
Instead of having to
Exactly.
buy a whole new console and people
mean-
can't even get a normal one.
I was gonna
yet.
say the console itself is already limited edition, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing
Exactly, Loaf. They're all limited edition.
but I was thinking like God of War, huge system seller since PS3, and it's far enough out. Maybe that would be a consideration that might happen or something. Spider-Man
You
2023, it's far enough out to where that maybe we won't have these shortages. Maybe we'll have more like of a stock in 2 years. I'm hoping, because man,
You just want because you didn't get that Kingdom Hearts PS4. But
the God of War one.
I don't want to fucking talk about the Kingdom Hearts.
I was like brokenhearted, Jono.
Right.
I mean, hey, it's okay. I have a pain too because I didn't get the Spider-Man PS4 Pro console when it came out, and I wanted that controller so badly, and I can't find that controller anywhere.
Wait,
It was
which
the only
one?
So
The
you remember
Spider-Man one?
when the Spider-Man system
Yeah.
came out, or the game came out, they have a red system, but it was the only DualShock 4 that had white analog sticks. It was the
Yeah.
only one. Well,
Yeah.
except for that green one. We did the green Deku one. That one had white analog sticks. But that Spider-Man one was top tier, like the best controller we made. Maybe next to the Death Stranding one too.
I
wanted
still
the
want to get
Monster
that
Hunter
Death
one.
Stranding one.
Sorry.
I was gonna say I want that
Death
Death Stranding
Stranding
one
one?
so bad. I'm so mad. I want that one.
Love it. Normal.
Because I got the Kingdom Hearts console, so I got the Kingdom Hearts controller. I will say that one I'll hold to the day I die. But
I got
I
you
don't
guys all
know.
beat. I have I don't know if I can grab it real quick, but like one of the gifts we got as Sony employees, the guys that did Last Guardian gave us a special edition Last Guardian controller that they didn't sell in stores.
Oh.
Do you want me to go
Damn.
grab it? You want me to go grab it real quick?
I'm
Kind of.
curious. Kind
All right,
of.
hold on. Give me a second. I'm
You grab that. We'll continue talking about the Sony event. So you guys all saw it afterwards, or at least caught like bits and pieces of things that were announced as
Right.
well, right?
Yes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
What else were you guys excited about from there?
I mean, the what was it? The God, I gotta get the name for it. I'm scrolling it down. It was the
Parasite Eve.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire, yeah.
okay.
Ghostwire Tokyo looks freaking dope as shit.
Yeah,
looks
it
so
does.
cool.
Seeing the actual gameplay from it was like, this is way cooler. Every time
The
I
other-
see it, it's like it's a new experience of I'm
Yes.
excited for this game.
Yes.
I want that game so bad now. Did they give a date? I don't think they gave a date.
I don't think they
during the
gave a date.
conference.
No.
No, not yet. Yeah, no, still no release date. The other thing that I just want to know more about is that weird teaser for like the game with Radiohead. I was like, what the fuck is this? I want to know what the hell this is.
Yeah.
It looks super creepy, kind of, but I liked it. It was
Radiohead or Siren Head? Because one's a band.
No, there was a radio hit.
interesting.
Kind of,
Amnesia.
it kind of reminded me like a little bit of Control. Like if you play the game Control, like when you got into like the darker buildings, like you get like the red look of like trying to. I can't explain the game, but if you ever play Control, there's like these points in the building where like it's like dark and you have to purify it to get the evil out and everything.
Yeah.
And that's what that
Yeah.
teaser reminded me of.
Yeah.
But if you guys want me to show you the controller, this is
Yes.
the right. So it is a DualShock controller.
Oh.
That is the box it came in. So it has like the Last Guardian artwork on the
That's
box
so
itself.
cool.
But if you guys
wow.
can tell, on the touchpad, they actually have like kanji.
Oh yeah, the kanji.
Yeah, I have
Okay,
no
that's
idea what it
freaking
says.
dope.
But
You didn't Google
yeah,
Translate it?
I probably should.
Did
But,
get
like-
the camera thing and have it like translate in real time.
I know, but like, so they gave
That's
this
so
to
cool.
us, and I'm like, I will never open this thing.
No,
ever.
absolutely not.
No.
That is
I mean, it's
fantastic, though.
yeah. I was really hoping, like, I was like, man, the possibilities what they could do with the DualSense controller now. I was like, you got to do a Horizon Zero Dawn controller, a God of War controller, like new Spider-Man with maybe a Miles Morales controller.
They
I was
should
like,
do that, honestly. People would buy that like crazy.
I was gonna
yeah,
say
I-
do a two set of controller, do like a Peter and a Miles controller for that, or do
People
a three
would-
set and do a Venom one.
yeah.
God, if
And-
they yes, I would buy all of those. Shit. That would be so cool.
Did you guys see on the internet like someone like an artist person did a mock-up of what the cover art would be for Spider-Man 2? Have you guys seen it? On the
No.
internet?
No.
Oh.
So I have to
No.
find it 'cause it was on my Twitter, but basically it was a picture of like Venom, like his
Mhm.
face, and in his eyes, one eye had Miles in it, and the other eye had Peter Parker's Spider-Man, like looking at them.
Oh shit.
And
I like
it was
that.
like, I was like, all right, I want to throw money at that, but I know that's not real. So,
I would just like a poster like that. Like that would be nice. Honestly.
all the marketing for Spider-Man once 2023 gets around, I'm like, cool, like these posters are gonna disappear.
Yeah,
Like,
these are totally going
yeah.
up into stores.
I don't know where those went, but not to go off talk about like Ghostwire Tokyo. I think was my favorite reveal. I mean, it wasn't the best reveal. It was my favorite reveal
Right.
because I wanted to know so much about that game, and then being able to see what you could do in this game, I was like, heck yeah! I was like, sign me up.
every time that we see it, I feel like it's a new experience. Like the first time that we saw it, it was like, this is a flash of something really cool, Cyberpunk, Tokyo, whatever.
Yeah.
The second time that we saw it, it was like, oh, this is a crazy psychological horror, like ring trip
Yokai,
experience.
like ghosts and shit.
Yes.
And this time getting to
Death
see like
Stranding vibes.
yeah, this time getting to see it's like heavy like Death Stranding vibes. It's got a shit ton of like yokais. It's still got that cyberpunk feel to it. It's got this like psychological horror and like traditional horror and everything into it. And like, I'm so in. I want this game now.
Yeah, I mean, man, guess where I took it. And then like, then they showed the reveal for Uncharted, Thief's End. Was it Thief's End? Yeah, Thief's End and
The
Lost Legacy.
Legacy,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's gonna be really cool. I finally get to play that on like a newer console with like much better graphics because everything's like PS3 and older. I'm like, But like Blade in the chat, Blade was super excited for the the Alan Wake remaster, which I'm actually excited because I want to play that as well because I never really got to fully play it.
I liked Alan
Kotar
Wake, but as soon as they like showed that off, I was like, oh boy, you guys excited for 10-year-old games? And then as soon as I said that, because that was after the Alan Wake one, the next trailer that started was GTA 5 again. And I was
know,
like,
right? I'm like, oh my God.
okay, so I'm just on a roll right now.
I actually was very disappointed in that. That was the only thing I think that just annoyed me out of it. It was just more GTA, but someone's happy about it.
I'm okay with the more GTA, but they didn't show anything. So what,
I was
what
like,
was the
GTA
purpose?
5.
I think it was like the online stuff. They showed like the online social hub.
They showed a new
Something like
penthouse that
that.
you could have. They showed a new online like hub, and that was it. Because they were supposed to, and they have been teasing it for forever, that they were going to be introducing a new island that was part of the GTA 6 stuff, and they were going to be putting in all the new like content for it, but we haven't gotten it.
Well, what's though it did say it announced that obviously the standalone version of the online will be available for all PS5 players with PS Plus for the first 3 months after launch. So if you have PS Plus, you get a little freebie out of it.
I mean, it'll sell.
Oh yeah, no, it'll 100% sell.
Yeah, right. I do. Well, one thing I didn't like about the showcase is it seemed like everything has to be a AAA title game.
Yes.
No, they did that one game.
That's kind of Sony's thing. You know, they like these really big
I feel like
titles.
I feel like with Xbox and Nintendo delving more into indie games, I feel like Sony's missing a market that they haven't. They won't explore.
What about the Chia game?
No, so you get the Chia game that was on the showcase, but here it is: the last two PlayStation Directs, besides showing a ton of Deathloop trailers
it's like fucking
over
Deathloop. My God.
Right. Oh, if you think the past two PlayStation Direct was focused on a lot of like third-party or indie games, and I think the complaint was at that point like, oh, where's the AAA, Sony? Where's the AAA? Like you're only showing us the people don't like. They're like we don't want to see indies. We want to see AAA. So the showcase was the big hitters. I think that's what it was.
So it's kind of the damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of people expect that of Sony these days, but then the people who don't expect that are upset because they don't see enough indie.
Yeah.
I feel like with Sony, what they do with the directs, like I mean, I like them. They're short, concise. They get you everything you need to know quickly.
Yep.
But like, I feel like they should do, if they do those directs, they should do like maybe 2 a month. Like maybe the first direct in the month focus on indie titles, and then the second one at the end of the month maybe show like the AAA's or the big blockbuster ones.
It would make sense because if you knew like which one it was, then you knew what you were looking forward to when you got into that showcase.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Just name it PS5 Indie Showcase, and you know what you're expecting. It's just that simple. And I mean,
I can see that.
I just noticed that even Deathloop being an indie game, it's not an indie game. It's just it still seems like it's coming out as a AAA title to me. And what was the other one? Luca, Yuna,
Chaya.
Chaya, even Chaya, the way it's polished, it doesn't look like an indie game. It looks like it's once it's released, it's still going to be a
Really?
triple A type, a
That
massive
looks.
game that you can play.
I don't know. That looks
So-
pretty indie to me.
Yeah, that looked extremely indie. It looked like what was that other game that was shown off during the last big showcase that was that had a
Doki?
lot of Devoki? Yeah.
Dokkan
Yeah, Doki. It looked a lot like in that kind of vein of like indie shown off
I
game.
feel like just there's not unfortunately, but I feel like there's just a lot of indie studios that just they look really polished. It's just
indie
unfortunate
devs are
they
getting
come out
better
the
at
gate.
their job.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that.
Fair.
it's-
I think Lat is just upset because Legend Dragoon wasn't on the MVP showcase.
Damn right. I'm
So
gonna put that Legend of
it comes
Dragoon
back to
as
that.
part of their showcase.
Every
no
time.
Every
Dragon.
showcase that PlayStation has that Legend of Dragoon is not a part of, I'm gonna be pissed off about it.
So funny. I have
He'll find a
I
way.
have one friend who's like, Jack and Daxter, Derek, what's up, man? What's up with Sony? Jack and Daxter. Who do I gotta talk to about Jack and Daxter? And I'm like, okay, man. And then I have other guy's like, Sly Cooper, man. Where's Sly Cooper at? And then I have another guy like Twisted Metal. Where's the new Twisted? I'm like, oh my gosh.
We're not
There's
we're not
someone for
we're not
everyone.
getting a new Sly Cooper. Insomniac's way too busy to do Sly Cooper anymore.
Although I will say that this showcase, I'm not as pissed off because they gave me, they hit my Marvel titles. They gave me Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, and Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm like, okay.
So I'm surprised none of y'all were super obnoxiously excited for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands with
I
all
was-
y'all D&D stuff.
I was actually about to say that I was also
gonna
excited
mention about
for Tiny Tina's and for Rainbow Six, whatever the new name of it. It used to be Quarantine.
Extraction.
Extraction.
Or Quarantine.
Extraction.
It was
Yeah,
it was
Quarantine.
Quarantine.
Extraction looks dope.
Title.
Extraction looks like
It looks
if-
really fun.
If GTFO was faster paced. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. I'm actually
Yeah.
really excited for that. It looks really fun. But I always
Um,
liked Rainbow Six anyway, so
And I was actually kind of like a little bit excited because I wanted to know Blood Hunt, which was shown
I-
at like the later end.
It was shown and then released on PC the same day, which I didn't know
Yeah.
about until the next day when my friend was playing it, and I was just like, okay, I'll download it and try it out. Will give a warning. Apparently, if you're downloading it on PC right now, it's backdooring a lot of extra Chinese spyware into your system.
Yeah.
So you have
Wow.
to go through a process to remove said extra backdoor spyware, but game's fun.
lovely.
Game's
Okay,
a lot
so
of fun.
Basically, wait till
Yeah.
it comes on console, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just geo block China whenever you're running it.
I was more like just completely taken aback because I was like, people are still making Vampire the Masquerade games? Like,
Yeah, I think
man.
Blade said the same thing. He was like, wait, I know these clans. What is this?
Right?
I was like, wait, I was like in high school when I was hearing like PC games being made for this and stuff. And
Yeah.
I mean, I guess vampire games are coming back. I mean, at that point, just give me Blood Rain again, man, because I know there's a new Blood Rain
please,
game coming out.
please. Give me
Blood
Blood
I would
Rain.
like an actually good Blood Rain.
Give me Legacy
Sure,
of Kain
remake it,
back.
remaster
Give me
it.
Soul Reaver back.
Ooh.
Oh, that's another good one.
Ooh.
That's a good topic for our next show. Just games that you want from back then to be remade.
God,
or
that would be like a
re-released.
whole podcast. That'd be
Oh,
a
we could
whole
eat.
podcast.
Yeah.
2 hours. So,
Now, yeah,
was anyone excited about Forspoken at all? Anybody?
Forspoken was interesting.
The more that I saw of the game, the less that I wanted the game.
Really?
I really enjoyed it when they like teased it back in, I don't know, 3 years ago from E3 when Sony was like, or Square was like, hey, tech demo, look at our new stuff. This is our new engine. And it looked cool, but I don't know. It felt really weird to me. It was like a lot of clashing different like aesthetics going on with the game.
I'm sure it'll make sense, maybe, once it gets put out. Maybe?
I think there was a problem for me because there's a game that Sony's making. I think it's like a first party game. I can't remember what it's called. Like the title's on the tip of my tongue, but it's like another sorcerer type.
Was
game
it like
where you
the
play-
Kaya game or whatever?
Kaya?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaya. I think it's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like, so it's
And
kinda like,
that
wait.
game looked better than
That game looks
Forspoken
really good.
did.
And I think that's what the problem was. Like, 'cause we know about Kaya, and then like Forspoken comes, it's like, well, isn't that basically the same game.
No, Forspoken was the tech demo that Square showed off like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is going to be the future, that the engine that we're using for all of our newer Final Fantasies and stuff. And then they were saying that they were going to make it into a game. And then they showed off this as the game. And I'm like, that tech demo back then looked way cooler because you were just doing like sweet, like what looked like parkour kind of Prince of Persia style crazy magic, like flips everywhere. And it looked like a cool fantasy game, and then this looked like, I don't know, kind of middle-aged
calling you
drama
out,
that I don't care about.
Oh god, Blade's calling you out on your Kingdom Hearts story.
Kingdom Hearts has plenty of cohesive content. Listen, just because it's all tooled out of order doesn't mean it doesn't make sense. If you want to sit down for 3 days straight and let me explain the whole lore of Kingdom Hearts to you, we will do it.
So there's this guy, and he's actually not a guy. He's a nobody, and then that nobody is a guy, though, because that guy has a heart. Like, what?
All you need to know is everybody is either Xehanort or everybody is Sora.
What is Xehanort?
That is it.
I think Forspoken will be cool. I think once they get more, we see more, maybe it'll click better with folks.
Oh my god! I just had a thought. Can we do that show Drunk History?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could we do a drunk history segment where we just get you hammered and just everyone else just get hammered too, but then just have you explain Kingdom Hearts lore to us?
I'll do it.
Do we have 5 hours?
It would be the highlight of my life. Like, I'm not even fucking around here.
You'll have to cosplay as a character, whoever does it.
Yeah, we should all cosplay as Kingdom Hearts characters.
You don't have to get me drunk to cosplay a Kingdom Hearts character. I will do it sober and for free.
Who would you cosplay then?
All of them.
Every single character.
Just cosplay Billy Zane.
Oh my god.
You want me in a dress to be Kyrie? I will be Kyrie.
I like how aggressive Jono got. You don't have to get me drunk to cosplay Kingdom Hearts.
So basically, everyone in the chat, if you want Jono to dress up in cosplay, huh?
It's one of my favorite games.
There's only 2 characters. I guess yes. By technicality, there is only 2 characters.
Yeah, I'm
Xehanort or Sora.
I'm either cosplaying Xehanort, one of 12 different versions, or I'm cosplaying as Sora.
No, cosplay as Donald.
No, because we don't cosplay as trash cans in this house.
Oh,
but what
Donald,
if that's?
kill me.
But what if that's where you reside? So, I mean,
no, we don't cosplay Donald.
Wow.
Donald does not go on the team.
Oh.
Wow.
He's the one of the three.
Heal me, Donald.
Thundaga.
Nah, he'll just heal you before the battle starts or after you already healed yourself.
Heal me, Donald.
Yeah.
Zeta Flare.
So I guess like one of the last games we haven't talked about is what, Project Eve and GT7?
You mean Bayonetta? Bayonetta Light?
You mean Scalebound with a female protagonist? Yes.
Who got all this Bayonetta in my, what the fuck was that other game? Nier Automata. Yeah.
Nier Automata.
I was so confused. It was like, this chick looks like she's out of Nier Automata, and the world looks like it. And then all of a sudden, these angel creatures show up, and I'm like, where's Bayonetta at?
She was Bayonetta because of her outfit with the hair and like the kind of like the way her hair flowed. It just seemed very Bayonetta, like, oh, this is like Bayonetta's daughter type of situation. I don't know. It just screamed it to me.
And then it like released the title of Project Eve, and I got really like sad because I was really wanting what the hell was the name of that game? Yeah, I was really wanting a Parasite Eve game to come back.
That's one right there. That's my Legend of Dragoon right there.
Parasite Eve.
I wanted a Parasite Eve to come back, and then I want to forget the third birthday ever existed.
Oh god, yeah, it never did. What are you talking about?
Speaking of Parasite Eve, I want to say if you guys remember those PlayStation Classic consoles we used to sell,
Yep.
like
Oh my god.
I
Yep.
want to say it was either the European version or the Japanese version of the PS Classic actually had Parasite Eve as one of the games you got on there. That's
Yeah.
the
On.
only Parasite Eve thing you ever got from Sony.
God. It's
Big-
such a
big
good
disappointment.
series, except for the third game.
Except for the third one.
Is Parasite Eve and Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis would be
You
baller.
guys left when I will tell you what game I want to come back, and it's the most niche game, but I'm sure Jono knows it because the bouncer from PlayStation 2 era.
Yeah!
Oh, yes.
I'll never get it
I'm
because the
pretty
studio
sure-
doesn't exist anymore.
I'm pretty
I
sure that
don't
we've
even know
talked
it was
about this several times too.
We probably have, and I think, yeah, dude, I want that game so badly. And
See, mine was PlayStation did have it, and then they took it away from me.
which
It's
one?
the Toma,
Yeah.
whatever.
Tomba?
Oh,
Tomba, yeah, I want Tomba.
Ugh.
Tomba was
Those-
dope.
They had it, but it was PS3, and then they took away the PS3 stuff.
I have too many titles that I want to come back. Like I'd love Patapon to come back.
Patapon. Yes.
Patapon. Yep. I tell you, you can do a whole segment.
It was rhythm based Monster Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was.
So we've reached our 10 o'clock hour. So before we wrap it up,
Before we turn into pumpkins.
before I've lost my glass slipper and I have to be home before midnight. So any any last words before you wrap it up? Don't everybody speak at once.
Legends of Dragoon will never get made again.
Wow, Chibi.
That was absolutely craven.
Looks like some
Remake
serious reason
Airgaze, you
Chibi's
cowards.
been banned from chat.
I'm
will-
just saying. Try
I'll say
to
this.
save your heart.
hmm
Finding a PlayStation 5 in 2021 was just like trying to find a PlayStation 5 in 2020. Nothing changed.
I know. That's why I
Also-
haven't done it.
True.
Yeah.
True.
That's what
true.
I'll say.
It sucks. I really want to play Deathloop.
Okay, so I will say this though, real quick, so everyone on the chat and everyone knows this. So I know everyone tries to look for PlayStation 5 that's all online. Everyone checks Best Buy, Target, Walmart, GameStop. There's like Amazon. Those are the ones that. But we do sell them in other channels. Like I've been telling customers that they're trying to find it. BJ's, Costco, Sam's
Yep.
Club. We sell them on their online. We also sell them through Kohl's. Kid you not, Kohl's actually has a gaming section in their stores, but they sell PS5s through Kohl's.com. And the other option, if you have a buddy or a friend or a relative in the military, the Navy Exchange also sells PS5s. So that's 5 additional channels you can go to on top of PlayStation Direct, which is the website directly from PlayStation to the customer. So if you guys are trying to get on PS5, those are other options, just to give you a heads up.
There you go.
The
All
only
I heard was-
the only two that I've ever seen sold to two of my friends were because of the Navy Exchange.
Yeah. And all I heard at the start of that sentence was start slinging BJ's for a PS5. So where am I going?
Oh my god.
BJ's
my
wholesale clothes.
Oh, wholesale BJ's.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
wow.
I've done worse things in my life.
Jesus Christ.
And all else, Facebook Marketplace, if you want to spend double for what they cost.
Hot,
Yeah.
right?
Stay away from that.
No, thank you. Get out of here, scalpers.
And don't
thank-
buy from Wish.
Oh god. Or at least if you're buying from Wish, expect it to be absolutely
A
not
box
what
of
you paid
rocks.
for.
A box of rocks.
Expect to not even have a picture of a PlayStation on the box. It'll just be a like crayon drawing of someone that wrote PlayStation.
Was it the Play Stadium? Is that the one they had in South Park? Was that the one?
No,
Play
it was
Stadium?
the oh, was it? I haven't seen any newer South Park. I was thinking of the Gamosphere.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. That's what it was.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Derek, for coming on with us.
Yes,
You know,
Thank you.
I think Derek is our first guest that has returned.
Our first
Yeah.
recurring guest. Yeah. Yeah.
I think so.
I mean,
Do
apart
I
from
get a cool
Servo,
title
I
or
guess.
something?
Because I don't even think we didn't even speak to like an Xbox rep after. Do we even know who the Xbox rep is?
I would say we don't have an Xbox rep. We
For
haven't
North
had
Florida?
we haven't had one in a little while.
I think the closest Xbox rep in existence, if they still have them, is in Orlando market. Like I think that's
Yeah.
the last time I heard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez.
I think Lakin was the last Xbox rep that I remember, but I know there was one who replaced her after. But I didn't meet them because they'd always show up when I was not at work. So I don't know.
Dang.
That's awesome. I get a return twice. That's 2. We can make it 3 at some point, and then no one can beat me.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime. If you have something that you want to talk about, just hit us up and be like, "Yeah, come on."
Or if you
Well,
want
if
to
you
come
ever-
on for that Hey Games We Want to Come Back podcast, you know?
If you want to do that, I'll
We
definitely
should
come
do
back
it.
and jump on that one.
Yeah, if y'all want to hear me talk about Legend of Dragoon for 3 hours, then yeah, let's do that.
Do you
I'd
have
sit
90
here
minutes
for
to
it.
talk about why Legends of Dragoon needs to
I'll
come
talk
back?
to you about our Lord and Savior, Legend of Dragoon.
I'd go in on it. I'd be there.
I would say this: if you wanted Legendary Dragoon, if PlayStation All Stars 2 ever gets greenlighted, they should throw a character from Legend Dragoon in there. There you go. That's how it gets started.
Are you trying to say that's as close as I'm gonna get?
I can't confirm nor deny that statement. Let's just say
I'll take it. I'll take it.
If you
Unlike
can green-
Chibi's, you're never gonna get a Legend of Dragoons game.
If you can
Trying
greenlit
to
PlayStation All
keep
Stars
you
2,
levels. Trying to keep you with, realistic expectations.
Oh, I have realistic expectations. Just get me a Legend of Dragoon game.
Sky's the limit.
Oh, goodness.
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna get you a bar of soap. I'm gonna literally make one of those like video game bars of soap things, and it's gonna be like a cartridge or something, a Legend Dragoon, a CD, something. I'm gonna give you something. It's gonna look like Legends of Dragoon.
Bar of soap. I wash my ass with bar. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, that way you can
Watch
have
it.
a physical something of it. You can have something of it.
Here's a Legend of Dragoon bar of soap because it wouldn't even wash my ass with it. Like,
I like how you
horrible
took it
the
that
game is.
way.
This is getting violent and threatening and all sorts of cleanliness. We gotta wrap, guys.
Good lord.
Exactly.
Somebody wrap
We're going
us.
through the full spectrum of emotions here.
Someone wrap us and take us out, please.
Well, I would like to thank some people, if that's okay.
that is okay.
I'll allow it.
Excellent. Time for me to butcher another outro. Let's go. So, at the end of every one of our streams, Sunday streams, podcast streams, see, already on a roll. So, we like to thank everyone who follows us, everyone who watches us, but in particular, we would like to thank everyone that is subscribed to us. So, around the start of the stream, I pulled a list of our subscribers. I would like to give a special thanks to you. We've got Sparkly Unicorn 1219, Loki Lovall, Nika the Stallion, Stazghoul 25, Plas SC2, ACOT, Katie Cat 513, It's Batsy, Good King 86, Katie Lady 121, TQ Gamer 26, sorry. Chastity Arlene, Prince Recluse, and Loaf. Thank you all so very much. You all help us continue to do what we love.
And as always, you guys can catch us on the audio platform of your choice if you're listening to this afterwards. Anywhere that you find podcasts, you can find Remnant Gamers. You can also find any of our previous videos on YouTube. I think 18 of them just went up today. Between multiple different clips of the podcast, game nights, survival boys, whatever you want is on there. You can also grab a Remnant Gamer jersey from nonamenerd.com using code RMNTGMRS for 10% off. Am I forgetting anything? Do we have anything? Join our Discord. It's great.
Yeah, join our Discord.
Pretty good.
Everything else, that's it.
There's lots of nerd shit going on in there right now.
There is.
Lots of talk about how I'm gonna end up at the Star Wars ride sometime sooner than I wanted to.
So who are we rating?
That's a solid ass
Well,
question.
Well, there's a couple options in the Discord.
The only one that I see is Oximus on right now, and then Chibi said that you had someone on playing something.
Something, no something. Yes, that is a great game.
Yes.
She's playing Psycho no Sutoka, which is a horror survival game.
That's what the fuck I said.
Ooh.
Something
It's
no
really
something.
cool. I saw Markiplier play it. It's actually pretty fun.
Something no something.
You basically have to find a way out, and you're trying to hide from the enemy, which is a yandere, psycho anime girl.
Oh, okay. I also enjoy Yandere.
Support this.
Yeah, the protagonist must escape and avoid a crazy yandere girl who wants you dead.
Well, we will send you over there. It's already starting right now, so go say hello, show all of the love. Type in Phoenix Gang in chat if you're here. We love you guys. We will see you next week. What do we have planned? We have other things.
We got stuff.
Survival Boys and Friday may or may not be a game night.
We'll see. Things will happen.
Things will happen.
Yes.
You sound like Yoda for the yes.
Derek, thanks for coming on. You're welcome anytime.
You're welcome every time.
Been
Other
fun,
than that,
as always.
we'll see you guys next week.
Next week.
And you dig it.
Good night.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Put some heads on
Alfredo.
some pikes.
Oh my god. I don't want to put any